step one in getting back to Winnipeg Jet hockey at the start of tomorrow's game?
The biggest thing for me, looking at the tape, is faster, being a lot faster, and going back to get pucks. Breaking out our forecheck. We were a step behind St. Louis. It really felt like for most of that first period. And when we're doing things at a higher pace, higher tempo, we end up changing sort of the momentum of the game. And they were doing that to us. It seemed like more than us doing it to them.
It seemed a couple of times they got space by just whipping the puck from one side of the ice to the other and getting away from numbers. What can you do?
Yeah, they did a good job of trying to spread us out. Obviously, that and for us, when we do a good job with our defending, we don't let teams get away and get to the the good ice or get to the high ice. We do a pretty good job of containing, pushing them back into corners, and I thought we were spread out quite a bit. We were loose with our coverage, and it had a lot to do with, again, we were slow to close and allowed them with some ice to either send it over there, the puck over there, or they skated it over there.
Any tweaks needed on your entries at 5-on-5, or is that just speed again?
Again, there was a lot of situations where it was 2-on-2, 3-on-3, because we were doing some defending, and then guys are on line changes, and we weren't maybe had our D involved. They were trying to get off the ice, so that's part of when you're slow and not up and running. It's taking longer to get to that offensive zone, and we don't have the numbers and the bodies that we usually need. So, I think if we're going faster, we're cleaner coming out of our end. Now we're coming early on in shifts instead of later in shifts.
Adam pointed out that some of the games that you've played this year that you've liked least, you've had some of your best games following up right afterwards. What have you seen from this team as in their ability to kind of deliver on demand when it matters?
Yeah, I mean, that's been kind of what we've talked about all year long, whether that's been a high game where we've had a great game and making sure that the next night they were just as good, or like you mentioned, have an off night and you got to be better. Is that this group has done a real good job all year of prioritizing what's next, and that's obviously tomorrow at 12 o'clock. We've responded all year, and I'm hoping that'll be the exact same thing that happens tomorrow.
What's the next marker for Gabe Vilardi?
Game time decision now. Got the jersey off. Game time now. So lots of good things today. So.
DeMello good to go?
Yep. Everybody, as of right now, everybody seems to be back up and running. He obviously felt a lot better being out there.
Could the 2-day break factor into your decision ultimately, or you feel like once he's good to go, he's good to go for Gabe?
The 2-day coming, or what?
After, yeah.
Oh no! I haven't talked yet on what happened there today. We'll see. There's a possibility for him tomorrow. We'll just we'll go game time now. And I'm not hiding. I'm just telling you right now. I mean, now he's got that jersey off, that yellow jersey off. Now it becomes game time decision.
Yeah. So he has the medical clearance then, right? When he's out of
I
that
haven't
jersey.
really talked to the medical team yet. I had to come in and talk to the media really fast before I got on my bus to drive back. No. Yes, I gotta talk to those guys, and we'll see where he's at.
So, I mean, again, we'll see what tomorrow brings. But if you use Barron with Lowry, you've used him there before.
Yeah, a lot of those stuff. They have more to do matchups. I knew after 2 games there was going to be some adjustments. Heads up, a big hockey player coming through. There's their future right there. Let them get. No, it just, you know what? I knew that they were down 2-0. They made adjustments, and that's we made adjustments after game 1. Some different areas. Some are subtle. Some are a little bit more noticeable. Obviously you got a little bit of look at, they went from 11-7 in game 2 to back to 4 lines. So just kind of get some things that I got up my sleeve here I don't use.
How much harder does a coach's job get in the playoffs when you've got that one team you need to dig into and you're kind of constantly playing off what they did the last game and trying to stay ahead of them when you do win one?
Yeah, it's a chess match. You're always trying to find maybe something that might work tomorrow's game that maybe you didn't try earlier. There's other things too that maybe were working in game 1 or 2 that now they've adjusted to, and so you got to kind of do some things maybe on the fly or prior to, and so that's just all part of that chess match that happens. I think that both teams will look to do things that maybe look to get an edge, and they had it the other night. Now we got to make sure we have it the next one.
Where can Gabe have his biggest impact whenever he does come back into the series?
He's a power forward with great skill. So he helps us in the in the offensive zone, helps us on the power play.
been some crazy hit counts in this series, but maybe Game 3 was maybe some of the more violent hits, some cross checks and various things like that.
Yeah.
What's the answer, or is there an answer?
I mean, it got out of hand there in the third period. I mean, things happen, whatever. Don't really like the way it all came down. But at the end of the day, there was some frustration on our part. But these are two teams that this is no different. This is a Central Division matchup that happens during the season. You know, it's just like that happens over the course of a year, and then you get in these series like this. It's been. This is what we've expected. We weren't expecting, to be a wide open, nobody touch anybody, end-to-end rush type games, and they're physical. You got to be able to, give it and also be able to be ready for it as well, because like you mentioned, there's a lot of it happening.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 2 of Winnipeg Whiteout Live. We have some breaking lineup news to discuss, but first, let's check in with my co-host, Peter Westwood. And, earlier today, I was thinking you might have been on LTIR, but, you're powering through and you're here today, and we're ready to go for Game 4.
Yeah, I mean, got up and didn't feel great, but, it's the playoffs. Everybody's got to play a bit banged up, and I have some, for legal reasons, normal painkillers in my system, and I have 2 coffees, a ginger ale, a water, a BioSteel, a vanilla Coke. So I'm going to have a pulse at some point. I just don't know when that is.
You know what? That's honestly fair enough. I got up pretty early myself prepping for today's show, so I'm already 2 coffees and 2 espressos in, so I'm wired. I'm buzzing off the walls. I'm ready. I'm ready to wave.
I hope I get wired.
I am ready to wave the white towel. But before
I'm
the
still
game starts,
something that feels like hungover, but definitely not hungover. Don't get it twisted. I would never partake in alcohol.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it confused. It's not that. But
or maybe maybe get it twisted a little bit. It's okay to get it twisted once in a while.
Okay, just every once in a while.
And if they sponsor us, I'd say it's okay to get twisted every time.
Yeah, that's only with the sponsor. They'll only do it for me.
Yeah, no. So only a little bit. In a little sprinkle. The spice of life is getting it twisted.
Yeah, for sure. So the lineup news right before we get to puck drop here is Hayden Fleury is in for Logan Stanley, which is not something we saw at the practice lines yesterday. Gabriel Velarde, who was listed as a game-time decision by Scott O'Neill yesterday, did not take the warm-ups today, so he will not be playing. And Dylan DeMello, who was sick last game, is back in the lineup. So Jets get some reinforcements, and the one other lineup change is Morgan Barron is on the third line with Adam Lowry and Mason Appleton, and Brandon Tana moves down to the fourth line with David Gustafson at center and Jared Anderson-Dolan. The game started, and we're ready to go. I really hope
6, the shuffle for the bottom 6 makes sense. DeMello being back is huge. Stanley not being on the ice is like
This is a
Like,
surprise.
it feels like we had another trade deadline. Honestly, like, it's nuts.
Well, come on. Yeah,
Look at the way these guys are flying out there. They got.
Remember that hit on Kyrou. Come on, don't sleep
Oh
on
yeah,
him.
you know.
But
Well, I think the
Fleury,
guys are skating free because there's so much more ice that's open with Stanley not sprawling all over it.
Oh
I
my
think
gosh,
it feels like a wide open game.
Barron is flying in there. I think Barron on the line with Lowry and Appleton. I think what he brings is Tanev brings speed and tenacity, no doubt. And I think Barron brings some similar things, but the difference there is he brings a little bit more size. And
Yeah.
and I think that fits the line's grind identity a bit more, especially with how physical St. Louis has been. So we'll have to see how that is. And another nice thing, having Tanev on the fourth line, I think that really spreads. I think that spreads the bottom six out nicely. We saw that, when the Jets were closer to full health in the regular season, Tanev on the fourth line, he was buzzing around every shift.
Yeah.
So it'll be exciting to see what that
Tanev
looks like today, this afternoon. Oh, something's up with your mic, bud. Uh-oh. We got some technical difficulties, but that's okay. We'll figure that out. But here we go. We got Perfetti in the corner. Gets it to the point to Morrissey. He gets a shot on goal. Oh, saved by Binnington. That was a decent look from the point. But what I was going to say about Stanley, with Stanley being out, I think Stanley has had some impact in this series so far. Obviously, the hit on Kyrou, like game 2, you could argue that was his best game in a little while. Oh,
yeah,
you're back.
Yeah, you can hear me all right.
I could hear you perfect. You were just muffled there for a second.
Oh, okay, good. I'm not going to pretend to know what that was.
That is completely fair. But no, I was just talking about with Stanley. Like, I don't think he's been terrible this series. Obviously, game 2 against St. Louis was probably one of the more impactful games we've seen in his career. But in game 3, the Schenn-Stanley pairing struggled quite a bit. So I think what the change does bring, Fleury's a little bit more steady in his own end back there. He skates a little bit better. So I think he'll be able to handle the Blues' speed on the forecheck a little bit better. So I think that fits into what the Jets' game plan is going to be for today.
Yeah, I will. To move away for a second from that, I can't see the live stream on YouTube as running.
Okay.
It still says waiting.
No, I think something happened, but I don't know what happened. But I'll send you the proper link here. I think something went wrong with us going live. So I see that too, but I'll send you the actual link because we are live.
Yeah, well, and then I'll throw the actual link on Instagram so I can guilt a bunch of people into watching us.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Totally advertise that we have a superior product to Sportsnet or TSN.
Well, we have more fun, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I do love me some Elliot Friedman.
Yep.
Here we go.
Nice. Beat his ass. Who's that? Okay, Schenn's throwing the body around a bit, which is good. Schenn is a player that... And Schenn and Sandberg looks way better. Huh?
Yeah, I sent you the real link.
Okay. Yeah, because Schenn is a defenseman that is a problem, but an avoidable problem. Like, he doesn't move fast enough that he can chase you down, but if you make the mistake of being in the same ice as him, he'll let you know.
Yeah, and I think being with a skater like that was a nice save by Hellebuck. Being with a good skater like Fleury, like what I like about Fleury's game, he plays real simple. He could skate the puck out of his own end, dump it in, do like simple plays like that. And I think he's just a bit quieter in his own end than Stanley. And I think that is what after how the Jets looked in Game 3, I think that's what they need for Game 4. And another big thing going into this game that I was thinking about. So, Jets got pumped 7-2 in Game 3, and that happens in the playoffs. And what this team has been building towards all year is responding to playoff losses like that, not panicking when you face adversity, which you inevitably do. And I think I saw a lot of Jets fans, on social media really panicking after that Game 3 loss. And then, of course, what happens? A bunch of other teams who were up 2-0 lost one. So like a bunch of series went from 2-0 to 2-1. Like it happens. It's the playoffs. Teams
Yeah.
don't just roll over. And if you go back to the Jets 2018 Western Conference Final run, in Game 3 of that series, they were up going into that game. They're up 2-0. In Game 3 of that series against the Minnesota Wild, they lose 6-2. What happens next? They win Game 4 3-0, and they win Game 5 5-0. So it's
Yeah.
so, like even in
Well,
games where like a series like that, you win in 5 games, but in every series there's going to be moments like whole games or periods where you get kicked in the teeth, and it's about how you respond to that. And I think
yeah.
the
The
Jets will
biggest
have a
thing
much
for
better
us,
effort today.
yeah, and the biggest thing for us is they haven't seen our best player yet. Like we've seen theirs, we've seen Kyrou, we've seen Thomas pop out and have a game. Hellebuck has like an 840 in the series. And he's by far our best player. So when he plays like himself, like they're gonna feel like they're getting dog walked.
Yeah.
And like we had the first couple games, Scheifele and Connor put themselves on the map, and the other two players that are due for a statement game would be Morrissey and Hellebuck. So like, yeah, getting upset after one loss is like when Boston was a menace, their fans didn't get upset like that. When Pittsburgh was in the finals or like going on deep runs every year, a loss is whatever. It's teams that haven't been in the playoffs as frequently, or it feels a little like their hold on it feels a bit more fragile. That's when fans go absolutely crazy over a loss.
Oh, for sure. And that's a very good point by Hellebuck. I really think I think through the first in Game 1, like I don't know if like the poor save percentage in that game was really his fault, or even in Game 3, really like the Jets just played really poorly. But at the end of the day, if you want to be considered one of the best goalies in the league, this is the type of game where you steal a game. It's his time, like you said, to prove
Yeah.
that he's our best player. It's your turn to be the best player in this game, and that's what I expect to see from him today. And honestly, I hadn't thought of it, but a little bit of a good point by Morrissey. I think we could see some production from him, especially when you see the Blues' best offensive defenseman Cam Fowler with 7 points in the series. It's time for Morrissey to have a response in this series too. That was a good save.
Yeah. Well, it is gonna help. Well, it is gonna help that DeMello's back playing with
I
him.
know he just having DeMello back, it just balances out the pairing so much. Like I think
well,
that
and also
really,
just being used to your D partner. Like anytime you can get chemistry, huge. Like I am twice the player with line mates that I know than I am just with random fucking players. So,
oh for sure.
and not saying that like any of the Jets should be random
Oh,
players
that
to
was
him,
close
but
around
at
the net.
that level, that little bit more for chemistry, it makes things a lot easier.
And I think the way, just the way the Jets pairings are structured, I think it really throws things out of whack when like any one player gets hurt in the top 4. Because I just think like the 2 top 4 pairings, I think the chemistry is just so strong with each of those guys. Like DeMello and Morrissey been playing together a long time. They have great chemistry, and like when they're away from each other, they just don't look the same. Same goes for Pionk Sandberg. They've had great chemistry all year. When they play with different players, it looks a lot different. So having that top 4 fully healthy again, I think will, the Jets D zone with those guys all back there will look a lot more
Yeah.
cohesive when they're with the partners that they're used to playing with.
Okay, hold on. The live stream and the link that you sent me for the live stream are doing weird stuff.
Yeah, I know, I know, but I'm
Turned
pretty sure
on
the link.
disappearing messages. Let's not.
I
do that.
didn't even mean to do that, bro. I won't lie. But
Okay, well, send me the link again because I can't.
here,
I can't
I'll
copy and
send it
paste
again.
it.
Here. You can't copy and paste it.
No, I think I'm old, or I'm just still fighting it. You know, like I am a bit banged up. Give me some credit here.
Here, let's see. Does that work? I
No,
just
you
sent it.
turned on disappearing messages again. What are you? What are you doing?
Don't get mad at me, okay?
No, get it twisted. This is totally your fault.
Okay.
Oh, I laughed a bit forcefully at that bounced
Okay.
around in my skull a
Okay.
bit.
I think we're good.
Oh yeah, we're cooking with gas now.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna
Here, I'm just texting the producer right now.
Yep. Oops. Man, I am really struggling.
You're
I'm
still, you're.
feeling my age.
No,
No,
it's all
just
good, man.
okay, there we go. Good.
Yeah.
All right, I put it on my story so people can find it, and then
Here we
I
go.
can use it to look at the chat if anyone's
Here
in
we
the
go.
chat.
I think with the weird link stuff going on. Well, once people figure out what the current link is, we'll get some people in here. It'll be all
All right,
good.
let's see if this works here. I think so. I think I put first in the chat.
Oh, there you man, you just had to get that dunk.
Yeah, Broberg should get a penalty. He was still in the play with his helmet off.
Yeah, you have to get to the bench or put it back on. There's no like in between with that rule.
Yeah,
That's
well,
a
like,
pretty black and white rule.
I mean,
Oh
he
my
does
God,
have.
Pionk, what a heater.
Yeah, that I don't know where that was going. Broberg does have unreal lettuce. Like, he's not cursed with the Brady Kachuk gene of looking like an overgrown baby, but
Yeah.
so like he looks all right without a helmet. Brady, like if I were him, I'd glue that helmet to my skull.
Well, I just saw that one tweet where somebody said that Brady looks like a lollipop that was left on the ground.
Yep, he also
With all
looks
like the
like
hair on it and dirt.
he looks like Boss Baby from the critically acclaimed movie Boss
Oh,
Baby.
What a save by Binnington.
Yeah,
Jets are actually leading in shots right now. Here we go.
He also looks like he was born to be in a live action Rugrats movie.
Yes. I think I saw people
he
say
looks
that too,
like
yeah.
a Rugrat.
He does. I could totally see that.
Yeah, which
look at this. Look at this Connor backhand. Oh my! Did that hit I follow? Wow, there's no way Binnington saw that.
Right under little gooch.
Did that go through? I'm not even going to acknowledge that. I think that went through I follow's legs, so Binnington didn't see that and just hit him. But Jets definitely look a lot better. They're they've already had some ozone time. They're leading shots 5-3. Hellebuck's made a few decent saves earlier on when St. Louis had a few shifts. This is a good start so far. We got to keep her going. We definitely have flurried the early storm much better than yesterday's game. Much better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, last game we were really running around and just behind everything. It looks like Arneal was like, "Hey guys, if you could remember how to play hockey, that'd be great. That's all we need for next game." And it looks like they have, which which is all we need. Man, my brain is just puttering.
It's puttering right now.
I can hear like the dial-up sound sometimes, and I just go like, "Oh!" And it's like beep, 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 and just nothing. There's nothing else going on in there.
Like having to look at your phone for like a minute there, just really throw your brain out of whack.
Well, it was the fact that I couldn't figure out anything that was going on. Like, I felt like I was 10 seconds away from being like, where am I? What's my name again? Like, I just did not have a grasp of anything that was happening there.
No,
but we got it figured out. We got it sorted.
Hopefully, we each posted it on our story, the proper link. So hopefully we get some more people in here pretty soon.
Yeah, I don't even know how to tell how many people are watching at this point. I'm just watching the YouTube chat. So if you're watching, please comment in the YouTube chat so that I can see that you're watching. Because I don't know how YouTube works, apparently.
You don't know?
It's a good thing that I'm pretty and smart and funny and humble because I don't have many other skills.
You know what? That's that's all you could really. That's really all you could ask for, man.
Pretty and smart and humble and funny and humble and
And you got a pretty good.
Hell yeah! Okay, Boots took a penalty.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
one of the best players of the game. One little scrum.
Do you see that diving, that flying elbow?
Let's see. Oh, that was high. He
comes in and dives in and like fucking cocks it and just goes for the
Holy
throat.
shit. That was
How
so
does he
high.
look confused? That's crazy. He's like, what, you can't elbow people
That's
in the
2
face
minutes?
anymore? We used to be a real country. Wow.
An elbow to the. Why does he look confused? That should be like a
Yeah.
5.
No, he got
elbowed him in the
lucky
throat.
on that one.
He looks
Maybe
confused
that's
about
why he
getting
looks
a 2. That should have
confused.
been a 5. NHL players
He's looking
are
up. Yeah. He's
NHL
looking up at the
players
board and he's like, "Fuck,
will
only 2."
literally
He's like, we
commit-
got away with that.
NHL players will literally commit murder on the ice and then look at the replay like, "What? I didn't do anything."
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
that's unbelievable.
Well, I was watching some highlights or some videos on YouTube, and
Here we
Jets
go.
legend Alex Burmistrov. There's a video of him
Oh, there we go.
getting a penalty for elbowing,
Little Dave tip on
and
that.
he's like
that's
arguing
that's
with the
a
ref, and
classic
he,
video.
yeah,
That is so classic.
and he looks up at the jumbotron and goes, "Okay."
Yeah, I got him. Oh my gosh! Then Bolduc just dumped Scheifele off the draw there. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is like a big power play. It's a really good tip. Scheifele, it looks like Scheifele's been back in the bumper spot, which he was in. I think he was in around 2018. They had him in the bumper there, and he scored a bunch of goals there. So
Yeah. Well,
without Velarde, they needed to mix things up. So hopefully this works. The power play hasn't been good for the Jets this playoff. It was a strength all regular season. It needs to get back on track here.
Yeah, I follow on the left half wall is a bit odd. I do like Perfetti running the play.
Oh, he scores. He scores like who would be better than Iafallo? That's perfect. On the left.
Yeah, no,
there's lots
Perfetti's
of
on the right half wall.
Yeah. There's lots of movement with the way this is set up now. Hopefully they could break something loose. They need every advantage they could get.
Good, yeah, get in there, Iafallo.
Here we go.
Perfetti whiffed on that. That's tough.
Oh.
Sounds like I'm a little far ahead of you, so I'm gonna pause for a couple seconds here.
Oh yeah, just for a few, and then we'll get a little closer. That was a well drawn play. No, he just got stick checked. At least he got a net still.
Perfetti whiffed on it, but Binnington's selling hard on those. I think if they do like a bang bang give and go, like if Perfetti throws that back and Scheifele goes to the back post, Binnington's gonna be on the other side of the ice.
Binnington has a little bit of that Jonathan Quick in him, I think.
Yep.
Oh God.
DeMello made a great call there. I forget who the forward was. He didn't let him think.
Here we go.
Like he pointed at the forward and yelled at him. He was like, "No, you fucking take that."
We got
guy.
Appleton. Somebody's wide open in front, but they just can't get it there. Hopefully, somebody's at the point. Yep.
Oh, skate in, Nino.
Oh, Pionk, little toe driggy.
That's a good shot.
Look at that toe driggy.
Oh, Nino. So Nino went low blocker, and Binnington saw it, and like that's a hard save to make because when it's right above the pad. It feels like there's a hole in your glove or blocker when you go to make that save.
No, this power play, the second unit actually looks.
Yeah, no,
with the lack of typical power play skill on this second unit with the injuries the Jets have, they've looked pretty good.
Yeah, but also we're getting.
Looks.
Here it is. Yeah, so DeMello tells Nino, he's like, "No, you go take that guy. I'll take Thomas," and then Nino hustles over and breaks that up. That's huge.
Bro, that's Pionk. When the hell has
whoops. Yeah, 4-2. That's Pionk. Okay, that is a 7x7 call right there.
I'll forgive you because you're coming off the IR.
It's gonna take me a little bit to come to here. But the Jets are also getting shots through, and we have guys in front. Like we weren't really getting shots through last game.
10-3.
Yeah,
you love to see that. Now we got to see a goal though. Great start. That's great. You established yourself.
Here.
St. Louis is gonna punch back though. When you're tripling them in shots in the time frame you're tripling them in shots, you got to get a lead.
Yeah, we're on pace for a shot a minute in this game.
60 shots on. Honestly, I think our chances are pretty good if we get 60 shots on goal.
Yeah, man. DeMello and Sandberg also played that real well. Yes.
Sandberg, oh my, he's like such a beauty. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh, at the trip. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. I'm still ahead of you.
I've literally been trying to buffer. I've literally been trying to buffer forward so many times. to get to live.
I've
but
paused a bit to just like slow down.
I guess I just have potato internet for some reason.
Yeah.
Here we
Oh
go.
yeah, he does smack the ever-loving
He
snot
tried
out
tried to
of
break his
Tanner
shins.
skates. Yeah.
Okay, now
He's like it looked like he was swinging out of a bunker at that point.
who's scoring on this power play?
I think JMO. I think he's gonna thread one.
JMO does have a absolute heater bomb.
He's due. It's gonna be like some.
I think he is due for a goal in this series.
Yeah,
I agree.
it's gonna be like the Spezza Rockstar Zone kind of clapper where he just walks in, tickles the rafters, and brings all 5 Costco kid booms. You know?
Here we go. The only thing about this setup that I don't know how that's going to work is like, how is Connor getting the puck if he's not on the right side there?
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna be curious about. If Connor on the left side, how he needs to be the shooter. I get that Perfetti he could get some looks because people are gonna they're really
he's
trying
to
do
Perfetti. The Ehlers power play thing where you kind of like skate downhill and take the shot through traffic.
But Ehlers is so much more. He's more Connor's good.
Yeah, he's
good
so much more dynamic.
I think that is the word. Connor's not a bad passer or anything. He had over 50 assists this year. But yeah, Ehlers is with that time and space. I think Ehlers is a bit more dynamic, a bit more unpredictable. Whereas Connor's just really lethal with that shot.
Yeah. Ooh.
I was
like, yeah, good power move on Barron.
Oh my God,
no. Hellebuck being out of the net scares me.
That gives me trauma. It gives me flashbacks. But I believe in him today. He's gonna pitch.
Yeah, I saw him go out to play that puck, and I wanted to find a nightlight.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Second unit. Just get a shot to the net, boys. Just get a shot to the net. Keep building that momentum.
Good movement.
Vladdy the Batty. There's one Jets game I was at where the guy in front of me had a domestic. Oh my God, Appleton ripped that, but probably 10 feet over the net.
Smack the glass. We might have got away with one. Oh!
Holy moly.
Oh
my God. No!
I know.
That's oh my God, that's a penalty. You cannot. They just sent Barron 20 feet. Who was that?
Yeah, no, tossed him. That wasn't a shove in the slot.
Barron is 6'3", 215. What is going on?
Barron has looked like a different player than I remember him as. He looks composed with the puck, and it looks like he's making good power moves.
I really I forget who this was, but somebody explained an important skill that all players can have, and he called it holy shit radius. It's the radius of where you have how close people are to you when you have the puck, and how close they have to get to panic. And for a fourth line player, Barron's holy shit radius is pretty small. Seems even when guys are closing in on him, he doesn't panic with the puck when people are pressuring him. And I think sometimes he does that better than other times, but the last bit of the season he was really good in that sense, and you saw him score some beautiful goals at the end of the regular season with him handling the puck in the neutral zone with speed and net drives, and hopefully we could see that maybe translate with a power play goal while he's on there.
Yeah. Oh, I can't. Okay, there are 4 people watching, or 5 people.
Yeah.
Don't know who they are. I'm guessing it's not Millsy because the chat hasn't been blown up with the defensive Leafs yet. But
is he even up yet?
Oh, no idea. But yeah, Barron, and it's weird. I think he fits with Lowry in my mind as guys. I don't think Lowry should ever play second line minutes. I don't think he's a top 6 player, but he's an elite third line player. If you look at every third line in the NHL and the people that are on them, he is one of the best players to be on.
I don't fully disagree with you, but I don't fully agree with you. And here's my logic. I think, especially with the Jets, when Ehlers is healthy, if you look at Ehlers' career, who he plays really well with at even strength, Ehlers plays really well with really good defensive guys that could dig pucks out from in the defensive zone. So all he has to worry about is blowing the zone and creating offensive chances. You saw him he had like his first like close to point a game year when he was playing with Paul Stastny and Andrew Kopp, two defensively responsible players that were good down low and got pucks up to him. I think Lowry could be that guy with Ehlers. I actually think Lowry and Ehlers could be that could be a good line together. And it's not that Lowry would get 60 points playing with him, but it's the whole thing where if you have play Ehlers with two guys that are really defensively responsible and get to the net, Ehlers can make a lot of good things happen playing with those kinds of players. And I think Lowry could be that type of player.
I think that's
the little bit of it we saw in the regular season was actually pretty good.
Yeah, so I will say then. Yeah, I will retract it. That he's not a plug and play second line guy. You have to optimize for it. But yeah, he could.
Well,
I think he's a good player, and he's similar to
let's be real.
for me in the way that he's really solid.
Lowry's played more minutes than Ehlers probably like almost every year they played together.
Yeah, like Lowry is just
he gets all the first line matchups.
Yeah, he's just not tasked with creating offense as much, but he still just seems to clutch up. Like it seems like every time we need a big goal, like he is.
And Lowry always shows up for the playoffs. That over the course of his tenure, that has been very true.
And I feel like he has, and like this is a tough skill to work on. He has good bad games. Because like some guys, when they have a bad game, they're awful, and you can tell nothing's.
Lowry has a bad game where he'll like whiff on some chances, but he still plays good shutdown. Defense.
Yeah, but like when he's fighting the puck, when he's feeling off, when he's doing whatever else, he still finds a way to contribute.
Look at this,
even if his normal stuff isn't working, which a lot of players don't.
Look at this cycle shift is so good. Like look at the ozone time we're getting here. This is great. And
good keep from Perfetti there.
Holy, here. Can somebody keep in it? Oh, there we go, Sammy.
There's no way. Yeah.
Yes. Let's go,
on, baby.
I think we both blew out the mics. Let's go, boys.
Yeah.
Let's go. KC.
Give me that snow, baby.
Give me that koozie snow. I told you
the Colonel is in town. Let's take a look at this. That line keep by Perfetti was nasty, though.
That was an amazing shift. I'm glad me interrupting you at least resulted in a goal. Oh my God, that way that went off his pad.
Yeah.
What a first
almost had it, and that had to go through.
Goal. This is exactly what we were talking about. The Jets had in game 3, they had no sustained pressure. This game, they're on the forecheck. They're playing faster in every spot on the ice. And Perfetti with a great keep. And they
stopped looking for the
pucks
perfect
to the net and keep going for the rebounds, and they keep getting to the net. Great shift, great goal. That is Winnipeg Jets playoff hockey right there. Let's go.
Yeah, we struggled last game trying to pass the puck into the net, and we have very clearly given up on that.
Oh, like shot first.
We're buzzing. We're a wagon
mentality, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, and we got Kitty here. He's here to celebrate.
If Barron keeps playing like this, I'm gonna either buy his jersey or go over to his place with some knee pads and a hair tie. Like, I don't know. You know exactly what that means.
And a hair tie? You giving him a makeover?
Oh, yeah. That's it. Well, gardening and then some makeup after. Have a real ladies' night.
Okay, that sounds like an interesting plan. I'm just gonna ignore that. But yeah, that was a good goal.
Yeah. Well, we are buzzing.
We almost got a little Dave Tippett action there. The Dave Tippett tip.
Yeah.
Former Oilers legend.
Legend is being used very liberally in that sense.
They made the playoffs and got swept by the Jets with him as coach.
I swear to God. I'm about to say some stuff that'll be redacted on official records if we go down this road. It has but I have been very surprised, especially this game, our bottom six has looked, I'd say everybody's we've looked very composed with the puck. I think after last game, Arniel probably sat them down and said, that's a comedy of errors. If you guys played blindfolded, you couldn't play that bad again.
they're playing faster and they're playing with more focus, and I think it's everybody.
Yeah.
It's not just one line. It's been a total group overall improvement,
Yeah.
and it's
Well,
great to
like
see.
it really seems like they
Look
just
at the
let the last
grinding. Look
game
at the
roll off
grinding
their
in the
back.
corner here. Like
Yeah,
make
no,
them
they're
work. Make them
fighting
earn
here.
every inch of ice, boys. That is what playoff hockey is all about.
Yeah.
That was kind of terrifying. Colton bomb.
Yeah, that was a missile. But no, we're
Here we go. Sort it out. Sort it
yeah.
out.
We
Good
have better
deflection.
pressure. We're
If
covering
you
the middle of
can't
the
get it
ice.
out, break up passes. Make it not a clean pass. That's the best you
Yeah.
could do.
Those first two
Oh, Shen can
goals.
get it out. Come on.
Those first two goals in the first game happened where pucks
Good
bounced
block.
out in the middle and like a guy had a little too much time, or like two of the first three.
There we go.
We've
Get
done a
it out. No
great
icing.
job.
Get the change.
Yeah. We've done a great job of as soon as the puck bounces into the slot, no one has time. Somebody's always tracking it. We're not collapsing too far.
There
Oh,
we go.
it's a good time to be a Jets fan at
No, this has been.
12:43.
This is exactly how you want them to look in the first period. The only thing would be better would be extending the lead because honestly, I think they deserved it with the way they played.
Oh yeah, I don't think they're gonna be like, because you look at your chances, you're not really gonna be upset at that. You're like, we're generating like that, it'll come. Like it's
Oh my
the
God,
dam's
yeah.
about to burst. It's not a matter of if, it's when.
Oh my God, yeah. Here we go.
So like,
These Blues
yeah,
have some pressure
so
here. The
many-
Jets have been sorting out nicely, but after a certain
Well,
minute threshold of zone time, something's gonna give. So they
yeah,
got to get it out
but
here.
the Blues have had pressure. Like they've had the puck in the zone. I'd barely call it pressure though, because it's just they've been holding it
I
around.
don't even know. I don't even know if they've gotten a shot on goal in their last few minutes of pressure. Honestly,
Yeah,
that's gonna be
no,
icing. Yeah. SMH.
which is fine. Like, but that's the thing. Like the Blues have like tried to feel dangerous. They haven't gotten a shot, I think, in the last like 10 minutes or maybe one.
Yeah, Sportsnet just had to draft a
Everything's
couple
been to
11
the
minutes.
outside and everything's been contested, not even inside the dots, but like inside the face-off circles. Like if you're not within an arm's reach of the boards, you're getting rocked out here. Like the Jets are looking clean in our zone. And like for that much zone time,
Like what a 180 from first period last game to this
Yeah.
game, eh? The
Like,
real
that
deal,
much-
deal.
for you to have that much zone time, and they like the Blues have had the puck in the zone for so long, and not much has felt dangerous.
Oh, what a save.
Huge. There he is.
Great.
He's waking
Huge
up.
save.
Much like me,
Heli-
he just needs to get going a little bit.
Heli beast. Heli beast. Man, how clutch has Kyle Connor been? Are you slurping some chicken nude soup?
Yeah, maybe I should mute my mic for that. That probably sounds a little.
No,
We're also
I mean,
doing ASMR in between periods,
It's-
so
yeah, no,
everyone
it's, I
get
mean,
comfortable.
no, it's a little ASMR commercial break. That never hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Let's
Man,
see.
people
Is
are
there
gonna
any?
be getting like the English.
Let's see if nobody in the chat yet. I'll have
No,
to make
I stand
another
alone.
post with the INT. I mean, you're still first.
Oh yeah.
On the line. Now I'm just singing the music that's playing in the commercial, the Rogers commercial. I should maybe not do that.
Honestly, if we oh my god, if we got copyright struck, I would just be impressed that somebody was like watching closely.
Paying
enough.
attention. Well, I mean, in
Well-
2025, it's not a person; it's an AI. But
Yeah, but I think the thing is, if you sing it too well, then maybe you get copyright struck. But like if I sing it, we could argue it's not the same song because none of the notes would be on key. Nothing.
I don't. I'm pretty sure that my notes were not on key at all either. I'm gonna be honest. I think we're good.
She's a runner. She's a track star. She's not a singer in my case.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
I don't have. I like. It sounds like somebody's like threw a walrus into Guantanamo Bay and they're pulling information out of it. Like that's me singing.
Oh my god, that's descriptive.
It is. Yeah, it's not. It is not.
And a walrus would not like Guantanamo Bay because it's warm. They don't that. That would be
Yeah,
that's like
no,
double
they'd
torture.
already be upset.
That'd be like having a polar bear in Mexico. They would not. They would not like that.
Well, they'd probably be okay with actually finding food. That'd be great for them.
I know, but I don't. They're like, I don't know. They don't like that much. They don't like that much heat.
God, sorry,
Oh,
Mr.
look at
Polar
these.
Bear expert. I didn't know. I was
I don't know.
not aware.
We live in like the polar bear capital of the world, maybe, or
Yeah.
maybe it's
Well, isn't
Antarctica,
that
but we do
Churchill?
live in this province. Yeah.
Yeah, we're close. To anyone who's not from Manitoba, I'm pretty sure you can convince them Churchill is Winnipeg.
Yeah, I feel like I think even people from like Calgary would like maybe think that, yeah.
Those plebs from Calgary.
Those plebs,
Yeah, let's just start trash talking entire cities. I'm here for
those
it.
Jonathan Huberdeau fans, most overpaid
Yeah.
player in the league.
Yeah, he really fell off. My goodness. Like him
He had
and
30. Like he had
well, him
his
and
best.
Uyghur.
Uyghur's
They
really good. Uyghur's
well,
really good.
he is, but he's like
His
when they
contract's
traded
actually like
for
a
him,
steal.
yeah, he had way more points. Like he's like quietly good, but when your two highest paid players are Huberto and Cadre, I think, and you sign
That
them
sounds
both
right.
off the back of like career years, and then they just cratered, like that's tough.
I think Kadri makes 7.5. Huberto makes 10.5. Kadri's definitely worth 7.5. Huberto is not worth 10.5.
Yeah, 10-5 for Huberto is
And I think
insane.
it
That's like
sounds like
Nurse's
they're gonna
925.
it sounds like they're gonna try to extend Rasmus Anderson, and he might want close to 10 sheets. So I think that would be an overpay too if that ends up with getting signed.
Yeah, that's what's tough. Like at that
The
point,
cap is going up
maybe
a
try to
lot.
trade him.
I'll preface it with that, but still. Nice block. Oh,
Oh,
no.
that's tough.
No way.
And also, like Hellebuck just didn't see it.
That was tip too. There's a screen I know is a tip. Hopefully not
Yeah,
high stakes, but
that
like
is
a good
not
neighbor,
good.
like a good neighbors, State Farm is not here with us right now.
Yeah, no, I don't want a good neighbors. He is a
No,
problem.
I don't want him either, man.
Okay, what the hell happens here? Like,
Well, Fowler's shot was blocked.
oh,
It went right
it bounces
to
to
Pareko, and
Iafallo.
it was bouncing.
Hold on,
That might have been a high stick.
It's a
Was that?
knuckle puck and high. Like,
And it
they
went up.
got to be
Wow,
taking a look at
that is
this.
such a lucky goal. That's probably worth looking at.
Yeah,
That was pretty close.
it
Might
was
be
a knuckle
inconclusive,
puck
but
through traffic that he got a hand on. No way in hell
that is
that Hellebuck can get that.
that is super lucky. There's no doubt about that. That's super lucky. Because
Yeah.
if the
Well,
Fowler
like you
shot,
go back to the
was blocked. The puck's rolling. It goes right to Pareko. He's shooting it. It's going 12 feet wide while it's while it's knuckling, and then
12 feet wide
Neighbors
and
gets the high
late.
tip on it. Here.
Oh, that's just a good deflection.
Oh
And
no,
the
yeah,
no,
that's a good
like
goal. And
if
you see
honestly,
it. Honestly, he's so close to that. You see it perfectly there on that shot. That is
yeah,
a backbreaker.
if you were like if he shot that clean, I think that's a nothing play. But it's because it's a knuckle puck
It's
that the
rolling.
off speed that everyone's dead on
Well,
it.
what are
And
the chances Neighbors even reacts quickly enough to?
Yeah, I don't think
hit
so.
that
Like I think he only
on
got
a
it
knuckle puck?
because he had time. Man, that is a
Great play
backbreaker.
by Neighbors to stay in it. But wow,
Yeah, you
that
got it. Like
definitely deserved a lead. How do they regroup after that disappointing end goal?
Like you
Well,
gotta
we
know
saw
what's
it.
gonna happen. And like
You know
again,
what?
you say if we play that same period, there's no way it
We're gonna
stays
get the
tied.
lead again.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, and I
they
think
got
that's
as
got to be the
lucky
main
as they can
focus.
possibly get in this period. I think they've used up their luck for the night, is what it feels like, or for the day.
Oh, I hope so. But yeah, but you know what? In game, what was the game? Was it? Yeah, I think was it game 1 or game 2 where Snuggerud tied it with like 0.8 seconds left in the first. That goal felt a lot like that.
Yeah. Man, that is also tough. Hellebuck, after that period with no work, has an 800.
Yeah, it's tragic. He's got to have, we'll need him big time for the second and third. Nothing he could have done about that. Absolutely nothing.
No, we put on a clinic, barely let some shots in, anything that looked remotely dangerous Hellebuck had. And then it was fluke, like back-to-back perfect mistakes for
perfect
St.
bounces.
Louis.
Like the shot of Fowler's shot goes off the guy trying to block it, and goes right to Pareko. And now, everybody's fronting for the Fowler shot, and like half a second later, Pareko's shooting it, and it's rolling, and everybody's in position to block the Fowler shot. So they're out of position for the Pareko shot and Neighbors tip. It's just,
if they had
just a
executed
comedy of
on
bounces.
the only person who made the right skill play on the Blues was Neighbors.
Oh, because that Pareko shot was going 12 feet wide.
Yeah, if Pareko got a handle on it, that's a nothing play. If I forget who was shooting it, but whoever shot the first one, if they get that shot through traffic, it's probably a save.
Yeah.
That's tough. That hurts.
It's tough, but that's playoff hockey. There's momentum swings. You don't always have the lead when you might think you deserve it. So it's all about regrouping, repeating how they played in the first and the second, and going from there. That's what it's all about. And it's also about eating chicken noodle soup. That's a nice bowl. Where'd you get that? HomeSense?
No, I don't know. So sometimes I just go like maybe a thrift store or somebody got it for me. Not sure.
That's a nice. I like it because that's a nice deep bowl. You could make a good pho in there, I bet.
A good pho, not pho. You're not.
Well, I'm sorry. That's my bad on the mispronunciation.
Yeah.
I'm a connoisseur of Buldak spicy ramen myself. I love that stuff.
Yeah,
Creamy carbonara. So like the creamy carbonara Buldak spice noodles, it's so popular on like TikTok and stuff that it always sells out. There was one time I was at Superstore and I saw like 7 packs were left. I bought all 7. Because I knew I wasn't going to find any. I mean, you get sick of it pretty quick, but it is really good.
No, I absolutely love it. I'll get the curry one, like the spicy curry one. That's unreal good. That's so good.
Really? That's one of the ones I haven't tried. I definitely know my least favorite one.
The double spice ones, like
I like those too.
Dude, there was one stretch in COVID where I was like, you know what? I'm a white guy and I can't handle spice. I've had enough of this. So I got double spicy ramen.
Just to build your spice tolerance, you just
full spice packet, and I ate it once a day for like 2 weeks.
Oh my god!
So I'd eat it, and it took
me like day? Every day.
It took me close to an hour to eat each bowl because it was so hot that my mouth hurt.
Oh, maybe I'm a psycho, but
I'd take an hour. I'd take an hour to absolutely struggle through this bowl of ramen, and then an hour later, I'd need another hour dropping the kids off at the pool, making sure everything comes out okay. Like, I factory reset my stomach, I think. Just so much damage was done. Like,
yeah.
But I guess spicy food now.
I guess I'm built different because when I have the double spice ones, it probably once the actual temperature cools down, I probably finish that in like less than 10 minutes, no problem. And then it's about 5 minutes of like just your mouth burning, but that's all part of the experience. That's what I like about spicy food. Is it weird to say that I enjoy like being in pain and sweating while I eat? I don't know what it is. I don't know if that makes me strange, but I kind of enjoy the process.
I think it makes you a masochist. I think that's the term for that.
A masochist, really?
Yeah, a masochist is like you like pain. A sadist is you like other people in pain.
Okay, I guess the first one's probably better then.
Yeah, I think I'm also in the same boat with you because anybody who realizes that spicy ramen does that to their mouth and stomach and does it regularly scheduled over the course of 2 weeks has to like it a little bit. Like, I had to be enjoying some part of it to keep coming back because that was a trial. That was an ordeal that I had to go through. What's your least favorite one?
The black package. What is that? Just the spicy chicken flavor or whatever?
I think so.
That one doesn't do anything for me. Should we do a Buldak Power? We should do a Buldak Power Rankings.
Oh, that'd be so good. I think my favorite one, honestly, is the curry one. There's like a little less heat. There's still a lot, but like it doesn't mess me up. Yeah. And it's like the double spicy is just spice. You kind of lose the flavor, but the curry one is heavy on the flavor.
Yeah.
Because like some spicy stuff is just spice and there's nothing to back it up. And like I don't really like those. Like if it's like you dump a bunch of cayenne into something, I'm like, okay,
I want
it doesn't.
you want some flavor. You want you need
Yeah,
a
and the
little bit of
curry
something.
ones are the most flavorful bulldog ramen that I've tried.
Yeah, I gotta try those ones. But for
Like,
me,
oh,
so
so
there's
good.
there's an important difference. There's cream carbonara and there's creamy carbonara. Creamy
What?
carbonara, yes. There's one that's like a little less spicy. I think it's newer. Because it was so
Oh, so
popular on TikTok, and then, like most people can't handle that much spice. I think they made one like the same flavor but just less spicy, which makes sense.
they just
So
made white person ramen. They're like these
yeah,
fucking.
that's essentially what they did. Yeah, and the only difference is the Y. It's just cream carbonara, creamy carbonara. It's the only difference.
Yeah,
So
they had to make
those
it.
two are one two. Those two are one two. I like the
Okay.
spice. I'll put cream carbonara, the one that's a little bit spicier, number one. Creamy carbonara, a little bit less spicy, number two. Coming in at number three to round out with the bronze medal, we got the cheese flavor. That one's pretty good. That's a sneaky pick. Cheese is a sneaky pick in the Bulldog Power Rankings. That one's
It is.
good.
Sorry, we got a message in the chat that I have to read here.
Oh, here
From
we go.
Logan Stanley did nothing wrong. Is the guy on the left on the toilet? Do you want to just
Oh
lean to the
my.
side and
Okay,
show
yeah. Okay, yeah. That no, that's just the self. Honestly, I
As
think it's
soon as
pretty
I saw that, I was like,
self-explanatory.
actually, like it does look like it.
It's
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Wow, I'm just horrified now. Can I just leave?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave the frame and not come
You
back.
know what? As a token of my appreciation and
I
gratitude
can't
for that
unsee it
comment,
now. This is terrible. I can't unsee
yeah,
it.
I
Why do I have
will.
a? You know what? This guy. I get what he's saying, but like, there's a lamp and a plant behind me and two pucks. Who is decking out the toilet lid with all that?
Okay,
I
when
must
you
be.
said that, and so Kieran's the guy who's running, like doing the graphics and stuff. When you started talking and he shifted the camera view to just you, it felt like there was gonna be a bar on the bottom that's like Andrew responding to the allegations of being on the toilet.
like a news.
Yeah, because you were like, whoa.
Andrew Zolondek responds to the allegations that he's sitting on the toilet on stream.
Yeah.
It's like it's
Yeah,
CNN.
Logan
CNN
Stanley
headline.
actually. I will defend Logan
Anderson
Stanley
Cooper
for you.
pops in where you are to scold me about sitting on the toilet during a broadcast.
Yeah.
Wow, we've gone on so many tangents. This is getting crazy. At least we got
Apropos,
Logan Stanley
huge.
in the chat.
I get
Very-
like not directly about it, like tangentially.
Okay, well, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not the one that's making references to going on the toilet. It's my co-host, but I do love me some spicy food.
Yep.
that
Yes,
what
we were
he's
talking about
referring
the
to?
Korean bulldog ramen. We're ranking them because we're some slightly spiced up white boys. It
I
sounds
thought you were.
like
I thought you were
it
just
sounds like
laughing
Andrew's
when
more
you.
spiced up than I am.
I am. I thought you were just laughing when you said cheese flavor. I'm like, why is I guess cheese? I guess
Yeah.
my delivery on cheese flavor at number 3 was just perfect.
Lost it. I was like, man, this guy, he's a fraud.
Actually,
He's a fake bulldog enjoyer.
Yeah, cheese number 3. Oh, look there. Oh, cool. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Cheese number 3, 2 times spice number 4, and just like spicy chicken flavor. The one that I hate is 5 because I just haven't tried the other ones.
Yeah, no, I would do because I don't like cheese. I think cheese is mediocre at best.
That's insane. That's like a terrible take.
No,
I
is the.
I have a friend who's never ate eggs. That might be like a worse food, like weird thing.
Yeah, well, I also hate tomatoes. I could go on a rant about
that's
how
more
bad
understandable.
So
that's way more understandable than cheese.
Okay, all right, but anyway, so I'm not putting the Carbonara twins. I'm not putting them up high here.
Really? Wow.
The curry one is number 1 by a long shot. And then for me, it goes spicy chicken 2 times.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the other ones, having tried the other ones.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to search them up.
Well, I got to make notes. Try the spicy curry one for sure.
It's unreal. Yeah, I will. Okay, Logan Stanley wasn't complaining, just observing. To bring something to circle for him, speaking of shitting, we'll go to Logan Stanley. After shitting the bed last game, he is not playing. But since Logan Stanley did nothing wrong, obviously, and he's been so nice about it, I'm going to list the 3 best things about Logan Stanley in his game. We're going to start at number 3.
In this game, he's not playing.
No, it like his on ice product.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay.
So
I
number
think
3,
I got you for that too.
third best thing is that he's 6'8". That's pretty tall.
That's not number 1.
He's got some range, and it helps him out.
Yeah.
The second thing is that he's like 6'8".
Oh,
he's a big body.
I didn't even think of that.
I know.
Whoa. This is some game-breaking
The
analysis.
first thing you'd think, it's that he's 6'8". Incorrect, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Let's hear it.
It's that he's a workhorse, and you can tell from looking at his face. He probably neighs on the ice, you know? Like, I think they're just giving him, like, he's in the press box chomping on apples, hey? Like, they just gave him a bag of them.
They got to hang a carrot off his helmet so he chases those hits down.
Yeah. Anytime his skates, anytime his skate blade breaks, they have to call in the farrier, do the repairs on him.
I like how we talk about spicy food for 10 minutes in the intermission, and then when we go back to the Jets, we're talking about Stanley looking like a horse.
Oh, he's only 6'7". Okay, he's dog water. I can't believe I was misled like this. My life's a lie.
No, yeah, he's 6'7".
How much does he weigh? Is he like 240?
230? 230, I think.
230? Oh. I thought he was bigger. He's just a teeny tiny boy. Oh, that's why he didn't do anything wrong. Because he's just a small boy.
That really is. That's what I say when I do something bad. I get in trouble. I say, hey, I'm just a boy. What do you want me to do?
I'm just a little boy. I'm not going into baby talk. Actually, in hindsight, we're not going down that road.
We're not trying that. Okay, maybe if we get enough people to say they want Peter baby talk in the chat, we could make them do it. Okay.
Yeah, and
or maybe the Patreon. Maybe that could be a Patreon.
Talk. Baby talk on the Patreon
and
for sure.
Baby talk and shirtless live streams on the Patreon.
Yeah, it goes. And also to Wendy in the chat. Yeah, we're Canadian. We're covering the Jets game because we are from Winnipeg. And I like
Wendy
seeing how white I am for sure.
Boldak.
Huh?
Yeah, she was asking about Boldak too. I love Boldak. That's my favorite.
You are so late to this chat, man. Were you not? I was reading I've read almost all the comments off.
I'm checking every few minutes. Am I safe?
You're apparently off. Like, we've addressed all of them, and then are we Canadian? Yeah. You can probably tell by the way we talk. And the way that I've probably said yeah, no, or no, yeah, 50 times during the first period.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit of a hoser, eh?
Yeah. No, I especially when I play hockey or do hockey stuff, I talk more like that. There was one time I went to the States. It's like Apple River is what the place is called. And we were next to a bachelor party from the States. And these guys go nuts. They found out we were Canadian. And they're like, oh, I have a great idea. And to wake us up in the morning, they played Just Out for a Rip, which was a massive mistake. Because at the time, I was in
grade 8, and me was vibing so hard with that song.
Yeah, no, I was
Remember they had Bob McKenzie sing that on TSN.
No, what the hell?
They did a clean version of the music video with all the TSN staff. It was so
funny. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I do remember that.
And Duffy and all the TSN
yeah, anyway, it was a mistake because I had memorized the whole song. So I
think I memorized it too.
I probably still have a decent bit of it in my head, but
I probably do too.
I went bar for bar the entire thing, and these guys just went nuts. Absolutely crazy, and we just partied with them for the rest of the weekend. These guys are like, "Oh, it's so sick! Come on, man!" And then I just leaned into the stereotypes. I'm like, you know what? There aren't many bad stereotypes about Canadians. I can get in there.
Did you tell them you lived in an igloo or something?
I think so. I said maybe we do igloos in the winter, or you make them in your backyard and you hang out in there. When I was younger, I used to tell people from the States that it was teepees in the summer and igloos in the winter.
Oh my god.
And apparently, I was just talking to a bunch of nobodies because they believed me, pretty consistently, actually.
I don't think Americans know much about what goes on up here, honestly.
I don't think Americans know much about what's going on.
Oh, you could just end the sentence there.
Yeah, I'll do you one better there.
Hopefully, there's no Americans in the chat.
Yeah, I was like, if you guys are American, you'll be exceptions, I guess.
I guess.
Okay, you'll be exceptions. Hard stop here. We're not gonna talk shit about you guys.
Oh, you better not.
Well, and girls, because Wendy's in there. But
is that the Wendy?
Yes, that is the Wendy. I mean, it has to be because there's no other information.
That's true.
So we have the face of a large fast food chain and Logan Stanley's lawyer in the chat.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's
Which
you know what?
is-
That's a pretty good audience, I'd say.
Yeah, we got a star-studded cast out here. This is crazy.
Logan Stanley's legal counsel. Okay, Logan Stanley's lawyer. I'm talking to you directly right now. How are you gonna get Stanley back in the lineup for Game 5? Do you have any dirt on O'Neill or any of the other Jets coaching staff to get him back in the lineup for Game 5? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, because you and his agent apparently wrote in some kind of clause that Stanley has to play over 40 games because I can't see any other reason that he has this year.
Yay,
Other than, of course, being 6'7". Is that...
Hey.
Do you just have the Ron
at
Swanson paper?
I don't
where it's like where Ron Swanson writes it out and it's like, I have a permit, and he just says like, I can do whatever I want. He just has something of that, and he's like, yeah, I got my reasons right here, and hands it to O'Neill, and it just says he's 6'7".
That
like, well, I can't argue with that.
I should make that into a meme. That actually would be iconic.
Be so good. Oh man, we're almost to the end of the intermission.
We're almost at the second period. We went on some crazy tangents.
Like clockwork. Okay. Give me that stats after 20. My timing has been unreal today.
Wow, that was like the perfect segue.
I'm really bouncing back from being hungover. I'm doing great.
I mean, you were bouncing back from the LTIR because you were
that's right.
Decision, and now you're back in the lineup, correct?
The long-term inebriated reserve.
You're being too honest right now.
Yeah, maybe I should lie more. Who knows? But I mean, I'm not going to lie about this. The Jets, this will be a bit of a gut check period for them after having such a good first one. Because things went south at the end quick.
They got to repeat the effort and the focus in the first and the second if they want to come out of the second with a lead.
Yeah. This might be a weird thing to say. I think they need to allow more perimeter shots. It's got to be tough for Helly to have 4 shots and then have that one go in.
No, that definitely is.
We don't need to block perimeter shots. Let him feel the puck and let him stay in the game.
I think Hellebuck is a goalie that he does play his best when at least he plays his best when early in a game he's feeling pucks. I definitely don't disagree with that.
Yeah,
but
that's the thing. St. Louis has been
want the
missing.
Jets to play. I don't know. I still want the Jets to play the best lockdown defense they can. I think that's no matter how that works out, that's the result in the best result.
But
guys, Connor, you got to get rid of the puck.
That's a good shot. Ooh, that's a good shot to let them take though. If they want to wind up and take shots with no traffic, that's great. Hellebuck's gonna stop it. He'll feel it. He'll get back into the game.
Here we go, Shife.
We don't have a second period goal in the series so far.
Not for long. We're gonna get one.
Good a time as ever, baby.
Oh my god!
All right, all gas, no brakes, boys. Oh,
here we go. Oh, hand
that was
pass
a good look to Barron.
Yeah, I know. Hey, that was a good look. Did Larry glove that down? That's what it looked like.
Yeah, hand passes are weird. They should only call it a hand pass if it's super obvious. If you grab it and throw it to somebody, but if you just kind of paw at it and it ends up whatever, man. And like the only time it should really be a problem is if you see guys just flipping the puck up all the time to like bat it to each other, then yeah. But also that'd be kind of fun. It'd be a different look for the game. I would
I
say
agree.
do that rule change in like the preseason and see if guys start flipping it up and hand passing it a bunch.
Oh, here we go, Lowry on the forecheck. There we go.
Yep. Crunch.
Samberg got the
yeah.
point. There we go. Look at this.
I
I
am such a
love
caveman when it
possession.
comes to watching hockey. Like I just unga bunga.
You know what is the most caveman
Big
I ever felt?
shots.
You know, the most caveman I felt this year was watching Canada USA, the first game at Four Nations with the 3 fights.
Oh, that was
was like
fuel in the veins.
that was adrenaline and beer and testosterone all swishing together and just creating the most absolutely scratch out reaction to that event.
Sentence by itself isn't gross, but it kind of feels like it.
Why?
When you say testosterone and then swishing around in there, I'm like,
oh, you know what I mean? I was
yes,
jacked up.
Oh,
that was some good chances. Those were some good looks.
Yeah, no, we are still buzzing. The guys still have the work boots on.
Come on, Perfetti. Yeah. Make them earn that ice. Make them earn every inch ice.
They're going. In other news, happy to report that Logan Stanley is on his second bag of apples in the press box.
Second?
Yeah, is
what's the source?
A hungry boy.
Per Elliot Friedman?
Yeah. As per Friedman, he has moved from Galas to Red Delicious. Apparently, he's a bit of a connoisseur.
Nice. That's interesting information.
Yeah, he's just
he'll have some fiber for maybe he'll have some fiber for Game 5 that'll get him back in the lineup.
Yeah. Honestly, like out of everyone on the Jets, Logan Stanley looks like he's the most likely to bite someone on the ice.
With those, yeah.
And I think it's because he looks like a horse. Like you just see his gums and he'd be like,
yeah, he has
break someone's clavicle or something.
He has that gummy smile.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen him smile, actually. He always just looks slightly nervous.
Yeah, just every time he's out there, he just has the nerves.
Yeah, like, it looks like he's not sure what sport he's playing. Because, like, he'll still be making plays, but, like, he never looks confident about where he is or what's happening.
Like when he thought he was Bobby Orr against LA early, like one of the last games of the regular season, and he absolutely biffed and turned it over, and they scored a goal.
Yeah, but, like, the only time it looks like he's confident in his puck movement is in the O zone.
Yeah.
Everything in the D zone or like transitional, like his body language is very unsure. Which
no, I don't. I know.
Is tough. I think like they just need to let him be like a Tyson Berry. Like just have him skate through people, wire a shot up off the crossbar into the
shot
netting.
Quantity.
Yeah.
Tickle the Raptors with those shots.
Just numbers. Like the whole offseason, just tell them to work on shot speed. Make sure they're hitting like 103. Crack some shin pads.
Stanley is a quantity shooter. Like I don't think a lot hits the net, but nothing wrong with a quantity shooter. That was nerve-wracking in our zone there.
Wow.
Here we go. Come on.
Man, there's
get on text. There we go, Fleury. There we go,
Fleurs. Well defensively to the point that like a lot of these shots are big one-time slaps because the Blues don't feel comfortable holding onto the puck. Yeah, they don't have time for anything else.
The gap, I was mentioning the gap in the first episode. Gap is a lot better in today's game. Neutral zone.
Yeah, I know they're controlling it. They're timing it a lot better, and they're just giving them a lot less room.
Oh, 1 million.
But he sailed that wide.
Yeah, he did.
My God, once again, shooting like he's got a smooth bore. Like that's no rifling on that thing. That is just going anywhere in front of him.
Peter, do you have any second period predictions? What the score is going to be at the end of it, and who's going to score?
I think we're going to go. I think it's going to be 3-1 Jets at the end of the second. I think we're going to get a couple.
Oh, I like it.
Our goal scorers are going to be. I mean, one of my new most favorite players, Morgan Barron. I think he's getting one.
Yeah.
And then I think JMO. I really do think JMO's got one in him tonight.
I think for me, I'm gonna go 3-1-2, and I'm gonna agree with you on JMO, but I'm gonna say the other goal scorer in this period is gonna be Iafallo. This seems like the kind of game where he's going to pot another greasy one.
Yeah. No, I could definitely see that.
And Shifley and
I
Connor are
do
playing
think
well in the ozone today.
3-2 says Wendy. So that's okay. Wendy thinks it'll be 3-2.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
how dare you think St. Louis is getting a goal? I thought we're supposed to be like optimistic about this.
Did she say 3-2 Jets at least?
No, just 3-2.
Okay, so
but I'm assuming that it's the Jets with 3 because we're built like that.
We're gonna assume that. I hope so. Look at this.
I would, man.
Nino.
You know what would actually be
Give me fuel. Give me fire. Give me Nino Niederreiter.
Speaking of fuel, I was gonna say what would be absolute jet fuel is.
Oh,
do you remember it was the playoffs playoffs a few years ago with the Oilers when they still had Mike Smith, and it was like when Mike Smith got when he got injured, and then like 5 minutes left in the game, he came like running out the tunnel.
Yep.
If like one of our defensemen went down or something, and Logan Stanley comes charging out the tunnel with like the Undertaker music, doesn't even open the door, just runs through the glass.
No. What they got to do is they got during a TV timeout, they got to open the Zamboni door and roll a coffin on wheels out on the ice, and it's just him coming out of it like the Undertaker. And you hear like those bells.
Oh, it popping up, man. If I ran an NHL team, that's how I would announce people coming back from injury.
You got. Oh my god!
Can you imagine like Ehlers just skating there, like, no, he's a ways away. Roll the coffin out and Ehlers sits up like. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. That's absolutely magical.
And then you have like Buchnevich, who's in front of the coffin, but he doesn't see it, and just Stanley's out there staring at him from behind, and he doesn't notice, and he turns around, and Stanley punches him in the face.
And for lower body injuries, do the one with like the wheelchair where he has like the blanket over his leg, and it looks like he broke his leg, and he throws it off.
And you have Gary Bettman like punch their cast.
I feel like Vegas would do it, and it's the only thing I'd like about Vegas. Is if they did something like that.
Their in-arena entertainment is great. Everything else, boo. But in-arena entertainment is very fun. And more NHL teams should have big productions like that in the playoffs. It's awesome.
Man, Parayko 96 miles an hour.
I just remember in 2018 against the Jets when they literally had like the Vegas Golden Knight mascot slice a Jet in half.
That was crazy. They really go for it, and it's kind of nuts to me that no other team does it. Because, like, everyone's there a bit early anyway. Like, and doing something like that and giving them something to get fired up about means that the barn's absolutely rocking the second the game starts.
Oh, my God, yeah. And it was crazy. I'm pretty sure in the San Jose series that they played in 2018 that year, they put the Vegas Golden Knight mascot in a real tank with a real shark, and he died, and they had to replace him.
Wait, I was not paying attention. What?
You tuned of all things to tune out.
Yeah, you're gonna need to run that by me again. I missed a lot.
Okay, so in the Vegas Golden Knights series against the San Jose Sharks, they had the Vegas Golden Knight guy in the tank, like with the real shark, and he died, and they had to hire a new guy for the next game in the series.
Really?
No.
Yeah, like I'm just coming off the IR. Why are you doing this?
You kind of killed my momentum having to say it the second time, but I just thought that.
Yeah, but also I'm dumb enough that I believed it the second time. So I was like, that's crazy that I thought I would have missed that.
I was trying to say it pretty deadpan, I won't lie.
Yeah.
Anderson Dolan. The real deal, Neil Pionk at the point. To the Gus bus, back to Pionk. That's a shot.
Okay, get right in front here.
Let's get to that net. Sammy, ham sandwich, dumping it back in behind the net. Oh, Pionk, get in there, hit him. Oh, holy shit!
Nice.
Pionk took a healthy run. Hopefully he didn't get hurt. Hopefully he didn't get hurt.
No, that was he got shot out of a cannon there. Like that was nuts.
He looked like Torrey Krug hitting Robert Thomas in the Cup final.
His helmet off there. Perfetti struck it. Like, the boy,
Here
like
we
I
go,
don't know
boys.
if it's gas, charcoal, propane, you name it. Like they got some fuel.
They got some G Fuel.
Yeah, they're burning hot out here. This is
G
a
Fuel.
good game to watch.
G Fuel. We're looking for sponsorships. By the way.
Oh yeah, literally, I'm looking for sponsorships from just about anybody.
Yeah.
There's only 2 times I've been paid to compete, but I haven't been sponsored yet, which is tough.
You for the Pirates, you guys ever think about getting somebody to do a jersey ad
Yes, there have been
for
conversations
your
about it, but
Division
it's like
15 beer league team?
yeah,
Get an
it's like
advertiser on board. 14.
it's like family or stuff, dude. There are people I know I could see if Molson Canadian would sponsor it.
What?
And honestly, I'd be like, if you give us the panels or like not even pay for the jersey, if you give us the panels to put on our jersey
You'll sew
and
it
then
yourself.
give us like 6 cases of beer, done.
We'll
Done deal.
We'll sew it on ourselves.
Yep. And also just to be able to actually say like, yeah, we're sponsored. A Division 14 beer league team. We're sponsored by Molson Canadian.
That'd be electric, bro.
Yeah.
Wendy. Wendy, I'm rooting for the Jets, but I like Binnington too. That seems like an oxymoron. I don't know
Yeah,
how those
also
two things could be the same.
I'm not a
Who,
Binnington fan. The only
feel
time
like-
I was a Binnington fan was
for
Four
Canada?
Nations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was great in Four Nations. Canada wouldn't have won without him. But it's just
Yeah.
like I feel like there's very few people that are not Blues fans but like Binnington.
Yeah, that's a new one I haven't seen. But no, like
Maybe Wendy's just
I
a
do
fan
at least,
of feisty goalies. Binnington, I mean, he doesn't really fight, but he is one of the few like feisty goalies that'll get
I
into
guess
it
he
and
is
scrums it.
entertaining in that sense. Like
He is
I'd have
entertaining.
to give it to him there.
Had
But
that magical run in 2019.
no,
Actually,
I know that I respect Binnington enough to know that he can be a problem, but sometimes he can be a problem. Usually he's not crazy. But when Binnington locks in, he locks in.
Yeah, he does.
Like
And
he doesn't lock in and get like a better save percentage by 10%. He locks in, it's like a 970 to a shutout.
I might be paraphrasing here, but the year that the Blues won the Cup, I'm pretty sure at the beginning of that season, he got sent down to the ECHL out of training camp, and Brodeur, who was the assistant GM at the time, told him, like, basically just told him, yeah, you're not good enough.
Yeah.
And then halfway, he's playing so good that he gets called up to the A, plays really well there, gets called up to the NHL. The Blues are last place, and then they go on that magical run where they go from first to the playoffs to the Cup.
Yeah.
So I think,
Yeah,
you know what? I'll give Binnington. I think sometimes he lets that competitive edge get the best of him, but he has that dog in him. There's no doubt about it.
He's very much a fuck you goalie.
Yeah.
That is his entire build, and kind of like Mike Smith, honestly. Pretty similar to Mike Smith in terms of personality and competing edge.
Imagine the best goalie of the generation you watched being your assistant GM, and you're a goalie, and he tells you, you're not good enough, go to the coast, buddy. And then you have the confidence in yourself to play lights out in the coast, play lights out in the A, and win the Cup, and being able to tell him to fuck off right after.
Binnington walking back into the Blues building and seeing Brodeur after that had to have hit so fucking hard, man.
I bet you he gave him a
like. Okay, now that we talk about it more, I can see why you're a Binnington fan. I don't know how this happened, but
he has a dog in him.
Oh,
he definitely does. He definitely does douchey things a lot too, but he has that dog in him.
Oh man. Okay, we're still doing well for shots.
You gotta just keep pressing. Keep pressing.
Good job, Helly. Man, wow, Shen skating the puck. Nuts. Good forecheck.
Oh, DeMello! That was nuts.
Between DeMello and Lowry in the corner as the camera was leaving, you saw him just rock somebody, finish a check.
DeMello is so much smaller than Fasca. I don't even know how physics work.
Yeah,
he flipped them end over end.
Oh, we're putting the hurt on here.
Here we go. Here we go. Get that puck back, boys. Good, breaking it up. No passes clean. That's good.
Yeah, that was huge. And Tanev really
Nice
went in
clear,
to block that shot from the point, which was super nice of him. Like, I could see the way he was like leaning in. I think if there was a shot there, he would have dove. Oh, that's bad.
What'd you say about allowing point shots?
If Hellebuck can see him, and it really looks like again,
Tyler Tucker?
He wasn't playing last game, was he?
God. I think he was, actually. Oh my God, guys. But is this one hell he should have had? This might be a big turning point.
Tanev kind of went to block the shot, but it looks like he was half, like, 1 foot out the door. Yeah.
I don't. Is that enough of a screen to not save that? I don't know.
No.
That is tough. That is really tough. We'll really see the mental goal of this team now.
Hellebuck looked like he was complaining about somebody in front of him.
Hellebuck just turned the puck over again and almost allowed a goal. That was ridiculous. We got to lock in right now.
Man, to take some words from Wendy, Owen is right.
Back.
What the hell is going on here? Like, Hellebuck scared me with that one.
That was absolutely
all right.
Disastrous.
Well, you can't unscore goals, so Hellebuck needs to just start another game.
Yeah,
you can't go back only forward.
I think that's one he probably should have had, especially with what the stakes of this game and how things have went for him in the series. But now it's over. That goal's over. It's done, and now it's about what he's going to do in the rest of the series, like making that save.
Realistically, I'm going to change my answer here. Perfetti's been snake bit. I think Perfetti's going to score.
He's had like 3 or 4 shots actually already in this game.
He has, but like there are so many. He gets good chances, and like the one earlier smacked it across the.
Neighbors literally just missed. Oh my God, that was ridiculous. Now it's also getting to the point. Not only does Hellebuck have to lock in and hopefully not allow another goal the rest of this game.
Yeah.
The Jets got to bear down on some of these chances they're getting now, because now it's starting to get tight down 1.
Yeah, and also like with Tanev up there, if you're gonna block a shot, you're taking the eyes away. You have to block it. If you have your stick out, like if you're trying to get your stick in the lane, then it's fine because the goalie can still see it. But if you're putting your body in the shot lane, you need to block that shot.
No, that's the thing where maybe I'll give Hellebuck a little saving grace. Like when a guy goes in front of you to commit to blocking a shot that much and he doesn't get it, it does make it tough to see it. Especially because Tanev was so close to the shot. Like, would have Hellebuck even seen the release of the shot with Tanev being like right in front of him, like right in front of the shooter? I mean,
no, that's
it's hard to say if he saw him for sure.
Yeah, even from that far, like if you can't see the puck, like when the shot's happening, by the time you'd pick it up, it's too late. Like you need to be able to track it from the start. It's really hard to just react, and especially when that shot was probably like 80 some miles an hour.
Yeah, the boys got like we got to tie it this period. We got to get it at least tied.
Yeah, we started hot, and we're not playing bad hockey. It's just the Blues are finding a way. They're finding a way to convert on chances, and we are not finding a way.
It's not about the start. It's about how you finish. We got to finish strong here.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, again, you just got to go to the bench and be like, these guys clearly are willing to grind it out. Like, we can't take a second off at this point.
We're playing well, but we got to get to that next level where we've clamped down on these chances.
Yeah, we got to be fighting tooth and nail for the rest of these with the way the Blues are showing up.
Okay, boys, come on. Let's get it out. Good block. Good defense. Wow, they're loud.
My cat's trying to beg for treats because I gave her some. She knows I still have the bag.
Both cats making debuts today. So I have a cat stroller and I just have it beside me right now, and my cat is like, he's like sleeping in it right now.
Here, I'll pull my cat up because she seems to wanna.
Cat cam, let's see it.
Yeah, there she is.
And what's her name?
Marla.
Hey, Marla, you look sleepy as hell. Get your ass back to bed.
Look so mad.
She.
Oh. All right, get moving.
Yeah, she looked very grumpy there. I won't lie.
She always does, to be
It's
honest.
just because the Jets are losing right now. It's the only reason.
Yeah, she'll come around.
Here we go. You know, it's like they don't have to change how they're playing. Actually, really, like as disappointing. Like they just gotta lock in. They just gotta lock in. Like they're playing well.
Yeah, they really need to grind it out a bit.
It's got a good
because it's
shift
like it's
from the
not like
top
they're not
line.
getting
Let's set the tone.
chances.
No,
Yeah.
they're getting plenty.
Thank
Here we go,
you,
Toronto.
Hellebuck. Thank you so much for not coming out to play that.
Here we go. I can't
Man,
tell if I'm ahead. I can't tell if I'm ahead or behind.
I'm at 642.
Oh my God, what happened?
Where are you?
51.
Tell me when you're at 33 and then I'll hit play.
Okay, bet. How did you get 30 seconds ahead of me? Good God.
It's built different.
That internet's built different, I guess. I don't know. I'm sitting right by the router. And 33.
Okay.
We got to lock in.
Yeah,
boils.
it's just a skill issue. I have more skilled internet. No, I
guess
do
you
have I have Ethernet and I have
Right.
fiber, so it's pretty quick.
Right. I got fiber too, but on
Oh, nice.
on the device I'm watching on, I just got Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh wait, oops, never mind. I just have Wi-Fi too.
bro.
Because I'm watching on my laptop, not on a desktop.
Bruh. You trying to flex
Don't
on
know
me?
what it is.
Come on, boys. Get that in deep. There we go, Tanev. Skate.
Yep. Oh yeah, we are right
Oh, we
synced
needed
up
some
here
puck
then.
support there. Come on.
Yeah.
Go on. That's a sharp angle shot. That's got to be a save all day long.
Yeah.
We got.
And that's good. Like let him shoot from there.
Last quarter of the third. Let's get some shots here, boys. Not quite like the since the goal, the Blues have had a few shots.
Yeah,
on goal
we've
here.
been on the back foot a little bit. We've
You know
let
what?
it get to us, I think.
You know what? I haven't done. We got to wave the towel. We have to get a goal here. Let's get ourselves a back-breaking goal at the end of the period. Back-breaking time goal. This is our time.
I really like it. It
Our
feels
time
like
is
it should be
now. We're gonna go up 3-1 now today, and you got to believe it, or I'm gonna make you believe it.
I thought you said that about the game, and I was like, we can't go up 3-1. They have 2 goals, and then I was like, yeah, okay.
The series, dude.
Yeah.
About the series, brother. So. Wow. Okay.
Oh man.
I thought there's a chance we're going to get our potential intermission guests, but I have not received any messages, so I guess they don't want to be on.
Yeah, no, it's you know what? Is what it is. What happened to my stream? It just stopped working. Oh,
I saw
refresh.
I think Wendy said cute to your cat. Should I bring in my cat?
Do it.
Here.
Especially while we're waiting here.
He's probably gonna look grumpy as well. Look at this boy. Look at this lanky boy. Look at this boy.
It looks very excited to be there as well.
Okay, I'm gonna put him back to bed.
Yeah, do it. He looked like he was just frozen.
He's a very long boy. He actually got camera shy there. So now he's gonna put himself back to bed now. Here we go. 5 minutes. I expect to see 1 grade A scoring chance and 2 solid, at least B- scoring chances.
Yeah, I think we're gonna score on one of the B-minuses.
3 solid chances overall. 3 solid chances overall. That's what I want to see. Ideally, something greasy because it's
Oh,
playoff hockey.
oh, fuck.
Did you already get ahead?
I think so. Appleton shot.
Okay, I just saw that now. The way you're reacting, I was getting really worried that was a goal against. But
No. Wow.
so you already got 5 seconds ahead of me?
Yeah, because I had to reload. He put it off the top of the crossbar.
Oh goodness, Lord,
Which
he
might have
ripped
been
that.
Yeah, that was a good
So
shot.
is that the A or is that the B? That's probably the A.
I think that's the A.
post. That's the A.
Okay,
You said
tell me
you were
when
gonna
you're at
score on one of the
5:30.
Bs.
Or tell me when you're at 5:28 and I'll hit play.
Yeah, bet. So that was an A. So you said they're gonna score on one of the Bs. So that prediction is still plausible.
Yeah.
And 28 now.
Okay.
If you're not even touching it, how is it even skipping ahead? Is it just refreshing every now and
Well,
then?
whenever it freezes, I have to reload it, and then I guess it's more recent when I
Mm,
reload it.
I see. I'm on the app, so I don't have to refresh it. Like it doesn't really refresh.
Oh yeah. No, just
There we go.
the feed on my computer is doing something weird.
Come on, Boyles.
Yeah.
Get on Torpchenko. Good save. Hard
Yeah.
logo snipe by Broberg. No rebound by
Yeah.
Helly. You'll have to see it.
Yeah, trying to put a hole through his chest.
Like a shotgun blast.
Yeah. Oh man, that hit, that elbow. Like Scheifele's getting abused here. Okay. I will pick
There we go.
at any point during the playoffs, if Logan Stanley scores, I'm gonna buy a little Jets thing for my cat and have her wear it on stream.
That I'll go in on that too. Well, how about
Alright,
make it
so
more interesting? Pick a player from this game.
from
Or
this
maybe that's
game,
what I'll do.
yeah, I'll who do I want to think of here? I'm gonna go with Morgan Barron. That'll be my guy. If he scores, I'm gonna shell out.
I'm gonna go Tanev.
Nice.
Go Turbo.
Yeah.
Here we go, Lows. Oh, he's trying to get it to Appy again. Oh, I am kind of feeling an Appy goal too. I feel like it's gonna happen. Oh, nice tip.
Ooh.
Nice
Yeah,
tip by
good
Barron.
deflection.
Your guy almost scored here.
Yeah.
That's a B.
Yep.
That's a B. Did they just take Lowry out of that?
Put some
They might have
gas
just.
on it, boys. Yeah.
Did they just take Lowry out of that? I swear to God, if they just took Lowry, Lowry looks upset. This is concerning.
Yeah. Oh,
For God's
that's
sakes.
bad. How do they put him in?
So that's one B chance.
Oh, wow.
Almost 5-hole. That was a great tip, actually.
Yeah. Okay. If Barron scores, not only will I get like a Jets thing for my cat during intermission, if he scores in the second, I'll find a way to put my screen up or I'll look on my phone. I'll show everyone in the chat what
What
cat
get?
stuff I'm looking to get. Yeah.
Baron Shorty? Question mark.
Barron Shorty would feed families. Families being me. Well, because I don't know if you knew this, but according to a box of craft dinner, I'm a family of 4.
Nice. No,
So I'm
the
eating
same
for multiple, apparently.
one box of KD. That's nothing.
Yeah, like I read that at one point that it was like 4 servings in a box, and I was like, you can't be for real.
I have follows trying
Like,
to do it all himself.
like for garden gnomes, maybe not for people.
Come on. Wow, great play, Sandberg, to slow him down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sandberg laid out, which was
Come on,
gorgeous.
boys. Come on. Big kill. Must kill. We have to kill this penalty. Let's go.
Yep. Okay, good job, Deshaun, to rifle that out.
Get that out of it. Get that garbage out of here. Offside. Offside.
That's awful. That's Sunkovich was all alone, and he still managed to screw that up.
Well, it's because
That's
he's a
crazy.
bender, and he's not. I don't even know why he's on the power play, to be honest. No offense.
Yeah, no, it's. I think just because of his hair, they just wanted someone to look good on the ice.
He has some crazy lettuce. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
His face is ugly, but he has some good lettuce.
Yeah, he's pretty jacked up. But again, like, you're good at hockey, so. Well, not good at hockey. You're good enough to
Okay,
be
you're
in
in the NHL. Well, okay, that's
Yeah.
good. That counts as good. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, like the fact that the worst NHL player would be like a menace
Like,
in
if
the
you saw-
ECHL is crazy.
No, if you saw Sunquist at like the ODR, you would think he was Jesus Christ.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
Or
like
even
if you
like Chris Thorburn.
Yeah, if you sent Thorburn to the ECHL while he was in the NHL, he would be like a point and a half, 2 points a game.
I don't know
And
about that.
I have
actually,
no hope in
honestly.
my life about
He's
because
a
like
point a game.
you would because these guys like grinders can still play offense,
Okay,
but
boys.
just not at an NHL level.
Finish it
they
off.
have like AHL
Let's
level
do it.
offense.
Finish it off, boys. Nice sticks.
Huge.
Pionk, rip.
Massive.
Yes.
Massive kill.
That's a big clear.
Oh, knock on wood. It's not done yet. I meant
it
like
ain't
clear.
over until it's over. That's what it is. It ain't over till it's over.
That is how over works.
That is how finality of things work. Yes.
All right. Okay. Now that was a good kill. They don't have enough time to put it back up the ice.
You are already ahead of me again. Oh wait, no, you're not. I'm at 42.
Okay, I just hit 41, so I am a little bit ahead.
Yikes.
Okay, that was Helly's fault, I think.
Does he went for the poke check and missed?
No, he didn't clear the puck. He just had his stick there and held it there. And Shen just took the puck off of his stick and then scored. It's like walk it. It's that, and he just gets out muscled on it.
Unlucky the way how Sandberg blocked it and it still squeaked out to the front of the net.
Yeah. Well, no, it's that, and then Hellebuck didn't try to clear it. He just put his stick down.
Like he has a stick on it, and Shen just overpowered him. He just powered it over his stick.
Yeah. But that's also weird. Like with his glove, Hellebuck was sitting super far back. If he just leaned forward and pushed his glove in front of it, because his glove side was still good, then he probably makes that save.
This is, oh my god, this makes me so mad.
Yeah, this.
All the goals are kind of a little bit fluky plays. It's just annoying.
Like, St. Louis knows that if you deserve to win a game, that doesn't mean you will. And St. Louis has just.
Ooh, Lowry just snowed Binnington.
Yeah, after the first period, like, can't. Yeah, after the first period, you can't. What's it called? Yeah, sorry, I was watching the snowing. Like, they just thought they'd kind of roll over, I think. After the first, we're like, wow, we're steamrolling these guys, and it's 1-1. Like this Blues team looks like they will never give up.
Well, that's even fluky, too, because, like, Hellebuck got stick on puck. Like, typically a player's not going to, like, shoot it through your stick. Like, Shen shot that through Hellebuck's stick being on the puck.
Yeah, the Blues,
typically that's going to be deflected enough to go wide.
Yeah.
Like, they're all kind of fluky plays.
Yeah. And the thing is, with the Blues not having that many shots, they have already submitted themselves to, they're all going to be gross. But, like, whatever. And, like, we need to do that a bit more.
The Jets have to shut this crowd up. They got to find one. We need a goal in the worst way. We'll really see the mental fortitude of this team after this.
Yeah.
They
well, you got to
better,
see, like,
but
overall we've played somewhat solid.
It's about time they prove it. It's like I said after the 2-1 goal. They're not playing poorly, but they got to lock in, and they can. Well, now we're at the point where how tight this series has been. If you allow of the 4-1 goal, you got no chance, 0. So
yeah,
get the next goal. Hopefully, get it this period.
But
if
we
not,
like
get it early in period 3.
Connor, when Connor's doing his stops and starts up the wall, and he's like running in on the side, I don't like that from him right now. Because we have tons of shots, but just filter it through. Like I don't care what Binnington's save percentage is as a player on the Winnipeg Jets. I matter what the big number on the scoreboard is. Did I just say I matter what the big number on the scoreboard is?
Yeah, I think so. But I got it. I think I
Okay,
got
yeah,
it.
like that's all I care about. Like I don't care if he makes 40, 50 saves. I care that
Get
we
one
win.
more than the other. Get one more than
Yeah,
the other team.
he can have whatever stat he wants. So like they don't need to be hard shots. Just make sure you get past the first guy. Like make sure the puck gets through and something can happen. Like the Blues have leaned into just roll the dice enough and it'll pay off. And it seems like the Jets are trying to finesse one.
I don't even know if I'd say that necessarily. This was off a
Yeah.
jet.
Well,
It's
I
over.
think in the
It's over.
yeah, maybe not.
That was off a jet. It's over.
Yeah. The Blues are really just shooting.
The Jets have more shots.
Yeah.
They have more. They have more better. They have more like. They have more like if you. They have more like scoring chances. The Blues are scoring goals off plays that aren't scoring chances. They're fluky plays. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's
But that's
infuriating.
like the Jets because the Blues are
That was
always
literally
around
off
the net.
that was literally going 7 feet wide and it went off Pionkin in. The neighbor's goal was going 12 feet wide. Somehow neighbors gets a crazy tip, it goes in. In game 3, Buchnevich tips it off his foot off his skate in the first minute to get a goal. Like
Yeah.
when are these lucky ass goals gonna end?
Oh,
Ridiculous.
yeah, right off that cheek and in. But that's the thing, like the Blues are just forcing chaos. Like all of these shots are like
They're
one-time
getting
shots.
lucky. They're getting lucky.
Yeah, but they're putting themselves in a position to get lucky, I think, more than the Jets are. Because like
Maybe
that is a skill that you can have.
it is a skill,
And like
but if that were the case, the Jets have had lots of shots with traffic. The game should be 6-4 then.
yeah,
The
but
Jets.
also like the Jets have lots of shots with traffic, but it doesn't seem like Jets
have a bar.
players are getting hit too much. Like they're going for deflections, like they're going for proper plays, which makes sense. But when you're all professional hockey players, everyone knows what the proper play is. It's harder to defend something where you just throw everything at the wall and wait for something to stick. Like that's when you can't really read it because it's a weird play. Those suck. And the Blues have just like it seems like they're trying to shoot knuckle pucks by design, the way they're fucking one-timing everything. Like it really seems like they are rolling the dice.
The Blues played better in the second, like no doubt.
Yeah.
But those were like every goal is like there's a luck factor, which I guess there is in all goals. But how a lot of these developed, it's just like who'd they sell their soul to get these bounces? Like,
the Jets also like we didn't really have good offensive chances in the second except for the power play.
Yeah.
And like that's we can't be doing that. There aren't enough penalties being called in this game to rely on special teams to save us.
Well, the Jets are a really good 5-on-5 team. That shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. Well, it is tough too that it seems like we had all of our shots in the first, and in the second we slowed down and we're like, well, just shooting isn't working. Like we gotta think more about our shots.
The Jets had 12
else.
shots in the first, and they had 11 in the second. There's really nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, actually, no, that's pretty solid.
The shots, I think the shots were 12-5 in the first, and in the second they were 11.
Yeah.
11-11 maybe.
The tough thing is I wouldn't even say like Binnington's made maybe one or two good saves. It just seems like we're kind of toothless right now. Like it doesn't feel like any of our shots are offensively threatening.
Yeah, the Jet. You know what? The one criticism, like offensively, I will say is like the Jets have gotten shots through with traffic and tip chances, but they still haven't created like a grade A look. Who's
yeah, no,
very friend.
Yeah, and like that's what's tough. It doesn't feel like in the second there were many times that it was like that's close. Like Appleton's shot was
that was a great chance. He ripped that off the bar.
Yeah.
But no, outside of that, there's there has got there they have to get well, I mean, they're down 3 goals. If they want to win this game, they're going to have to get what, 6, 7, 8 grade A scoring chances in the third to give yourself a chance to tie. Like
Yeah, like
it's gonna take so much effort, a little bit of luck, and never giving up for there to even be a chance in the third.
We need to tilt the ice in the third.
Drawing
a penalty.
This is
If
gut
we can
check
draw a
time.
penalty at the start of the third, that's our best chance. To just make sure we get some dangerous chances and like get the feel of being a dangerous team again.
This is gut check time.
Yeah. Because then, like, yeah, you're coming back to Winnipeg next game, but you went in 2-2 and you lose 2 straight. So, like, and I mean, if this series is a series where home team wins every time, if that's the way the playoffs work, then the Jets get the cup. But it's not. So, like, they would really need to make sure coming home, they're like, the Blues are going to come out harder. Like, they're going to be a better team on the road because they know that's what they have to do. They have to steal one.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just so mad. I don't even know what to say. I just like, oh my, I'm just so frustrated.
The Jets have been able to come back. If they generate chances like they did in the first, I feel pretty good about it. If they generate chances like they did in the second, it's over.
Get one. Well, getting one in the first 5 minutes and give yourselves a chance. That's really that's going to be the focus. Because if you don't get one in the first 5, you're going to have a really hard time.
I'd really like for us to get one in the first 5, but what I would accept is chances. If in the first 5 minutes we have 2 or 3 times where oh, like how did that not go in, or oh they just missed, like.
And you know what? In like this team has been trying to trend towards handling adversity and playing well despite it. Past Jets teams would be in this deficit and they would just crumble in the third and like not even put up a fight. If this team really is different, even if they don't win, look like you're playing like you don't know the score and just focusing on winning the period. That's what I want to see. I want to see focus and intention, and don't even worry about the score in this game. Just play the best possible period of hockey that you can and give yourselves a chance, hopefully.
Yeah, no, we definitely need to there you go. We definitely need to essentially forget that second period. And like, yeah, sometimes just goals aren't going to be there, but they're going to have to look like a different team in the third.
And I will say, it might not be this game, but the Jets are going to get the bounces are going to shift towards the Jets' favor in Game 5, I would suspect, because some of these goals are just like off Jets, shots wide, Tanev missing a block and screening his own goalie, so he doesn't even see the release of the puck. Schenn, like, block going off Schenn right in front of Hellebuck. Hellebuck having the wherewithal to actually have his stick out. He gets stick on puck, but Schenn shoots through it somehow. It's like there's not one of these goals that doesn't have an element of flukiness to it. That's why.
But a lot of them, like.
Yes, I know you create your own luck, but this is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I think that the way that the Blues are operating in the ozone is very caution to the wind. Like, everything that they're doing seems like fuck it, we ball. Like, that's what it's felt like every time they've been shooting in the ozone.
I'm gonna try to find something. I need to find the deserve to win a meter for this game right now.
That's just gonna make you more mad. Like, for sure it will. But like the Jets, like, yeah, you had like shots have been going through. Like, this is something where I'd almost mix up the lines. I'd be like, I'd tell Iafallo, I'd tell Barron, I'd tell Lowry, and whoever's on a line that I didn't mention to that. One guy on each line and be like, the second we're in the ozone, you cannot be more than 6 feet away from the net. get in front or be in the crease. Like,
Okay. Okay. The
what is it?
deserve to win a meter is not seeing exactly what I'm seeing. What do you think the deserve to win a meter percentage is for the Jets right now? Not likely, but just completely deserve to win a meter.
Oh, like after the first period, it would have been really high, but after the second, I'd say maybe 60% us.
44.
Oh, really?
So I think the point that you're saying, well, I mean, I noticed it too, but you made the point. It doesn't seem like the Jets are getting much of the grade A looks. And
Yeah.
what you will say about the Shen goal is like unlucky for Hellebuck to get stick on puck and the shot's still there, but that's a grade A look. That's right in front of the net.
Yeah, and that's also something that
Neighbors,
Shen, like,
neighbors, as you know, it's like maybe it's fortunate that he was able to tip that off kind of a fluky play, how the puck got towards the net. But that's a tip right in front of the net. Like that's like if you get puck on stick right in front of the net, that's a really good chance. So it's the third period is about the Jets generating grade A scoring chances that maybe with through a bit of fluky play, the Blues. But at the end of the day, the Blues have gotten them and they've gotten goals on them, and the Jets they need to generate those kinds of chances, however means necessary.
yeah, and like that's what I mean about it. Doesn't seem like the Jets have had the presence in front of the net that the Blues had. And another thing about that Shen goal is just he doesn't. Not only does he not give up on the puck, he pushes through. Like it, I don't think at that point it would have mattered whose stick it was. He's determined that
Yeah,
the puck's going forward.
yeah, 100%. All right. Before this intermission's done, I gotta go to the washroom quick. Do you mind if you lock
Okay,
things down
yeah,
here for
go
a minute?
for it.
I got it
All
ripped.
right, well, I will start by reading Wendy's chat. It says, I watched the full game of the national final game again. When we lose the game, we get mad. Well, oh, so you're American, I'm guessing, because that sounds like 4 nations. Um, yeah, no, that was a fun game to watch. I actually had I had a hockey game of my own, and we had my phone on the bench, and we were getting updates and watching that game. Um, so like as we were getting off the ice, we saw McDavid's goal, which was unreal, unreal. Oh, alrighty. Let me see quickly. I'll still got a few viewers. It's nice. Thanks everyone for sticking around this far. I know I've been a bit slow in the up. I'm still fighting a bit of a hangover, to be fair. But yeah, thanks for sticking around and being in the chat. Logan Stanley did nothing wrong. Come watch the next one when Stanley's on the ice. We'll talk about him a lot more. We usually do. Um, yeah, it is a backbreaker the way that period ended, but we need to get greasier in front. And like, hockey's a luck sport. It's the reason that McDavid and Scheifele and those, not putting them in the same category, but like McDavid, McKinnon, whatever else, like they can do crazy stuff, but they don't win a game for you the way like LeBron would win a game for you, or the way like Messi would win a game for you. Just because hockey's not that kind of sport. Like you need to lean into the bounces, you need to lean into everything else.
I am
And it's
just
hard to predict a bounce. It's hard to predict something that's like it's hard to deal with luck. And since hockey's one of the luckiest sports, like you need to lean into it sometimes. If skill can't get you there, luck can cover a lot of warts
oh
in a game.
the deserved. Oh, I thought the deserve to win a meter changed. Oh my
No,
god,
it's still the same.
I'm so mad when in a game like this where realistically this game at least should be a 1 goal game, in my
Yeah.
opinion. It is so frustrating. It makes me so mad. Is it bad as a fan when the Jets are losing a game like this? Like I have such self-destructive thoughts. Like should I do meth tonight? Like I am just so upset. Like it just makes me so mad.
Yeah. Well, like,
Yeah,
and it's tough too because we're like the Jets are like right now they're playing well kind of in the neutral zone or like in the D zone for the most part. Like it's structured well. And like, but in the second period, the best plays that the Jets had were away from the net. Well, like they were like a pass to break out or like a pass to break into the zone. Like all of the Blues' best plays were around the net and in the net. But like we haven't been dangerous. We haven't been crashing the net. We haven't even been bearing down on chances. And like that's why I didn't like
the Jets have been around. They've been around the net, but bearing down on
not in the
chances.
second.
I absolutely agree with. And they're just not generating enough like grade A looks. They're just not.
Yeah.
You know,
well, it's like in the second, the tough thing for me is other than Appleton's shot, I don't remember another one of the shots. I don't remember what the chance
Barron
was.
had a good tip. That was a decent chance.
Oh, yeah, okay. So those two. But the rest of them I don't really remember. And the Blues, like, I mean, some of them were just slap shots from nowhere, but the Blues, you remember them because something's happening in front. Somebody's working in front. Schen's working in front. Whoever forced Pionk to box him out was working in front. Like, the Blues are putting in a full shift and maybe some overtime.
Yeah.
In front of and around the net. And we're 9 to 5 and clocking out. And that feels like it's the difference so far. Hi, hello.
I heard the meow. Complete sidetracking. I don't even know how I did this. The webcam I have has AI tracking, and I literally couldn't figure out how to get it to work. I don't know if I must have just wait. And when I was getting mad, I must have waved my hands around the right way. Because look, I'm gonna shift, and it's following me now. I didn't. I
don't like that. I don't like that at all. That feels weird.
Why? I didn't even realize
how much
did
it move. Oh wow! And it swings pretty quick.
There's the cat stroller. Yeah, it follows me. Wow. I couldn't even figure out how to get it to work. And then I don't know what it's doing to work now, but I'll take it.
I can't, if we're going to see like the Jets score and you jump up and around. Oh, wow. Yeah. It swings up.
Look. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is cool. Okay. Should I stand up the whole third period? I'm actually might. Let's get this chair out of the way.
No, then we're missing the
go down.
toilet.
Hey, look. The cat's still in here.
That's crazy. Just start doing some squats.
See my Reese's Puffs back there in this the whatever bag. Hey,
massive box of Reese's Puffs.
Here.
If you start squatting and jumping around
here
after a goal, then we're gonna have.
Here we go. Oh, this is great. This is pretty sick. You know, this kind of just made the night. I'm not even worried about anything.
Yeah, no, it does look like someone's working the camera for you.
Oh, is he gonna bite?
Like it looks like you have somebody like turning it to track you.
Now he's biting. Now he's a ferocious beast. Ow!
Oh.
Ow! He doesn't.
Someone else is also unhappy about the result the Jets have so far.
Yeah, he's grumpy.
He's taken out by biting.
I'm gonna stand all the way up. Wow, this is wow.
Yeah, if you're like, yeah,
I'm standing the
putting some
reps
in
support of the team. I'm standing the whole third period. I'm doing it.
Yeah, get some. Maybe do a rally cap. You got to throw the towel around.
Here we go.
We got to give the boys some energy.
Here we go.
And also, Wendy said,
when you're watching,
"No, I'm Canada fan."
Giving you like motion sickness?
Not me. No, I'm good.
Here, I guess I could give you a tour. Here, if I go like right up against here. This is my Alien poster. Yeah. I got this on Etsy. It's pretty sick. Here. Will it cut close to this one? Here, I'll point up.
You look ridiculous doing this.
Oh, here.
Okay, a Black Swan poster. Yeah.
Black Swan, another one of my favorite movies. And now, this is 7. This one might top it off. This one's great. I love this one.
Nice.
Here
is. You know what?
Here we go. Here. This is Toby Enstrom. Look at that with the puck. Jets legend Toby Enstrom.
Hell yeah.
What else do we got back here? Oh, this one kind of makes me sad because Bufflin actually didn't play in the Heritage Classic in Regina because he retired just before. But I guess they made all these. Still.
Hell yeah.
I would have loved to see Bufflin in the Blue Heritage. That would have been sick.
That would have been super, super nice.
This is official game puck signed by Mark Scheifele. Can we get a Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. Look at
You got
that.
a ton.
Here we go.
Yeah, Wendy, are you Canadian or are you a Canada fan?
Here we go. And then we got
Ooh,
look,
Solani
this
and Newman.
Solani Newman and
Hell
banner.
yeah.
I got this too. Gotta hang that up. Hang the rafters.
I think I know who's scoring next for us.
Who? This is great.
Nemesnikov.
Vladdy the Batty. I love
Vladdy the Batty. Well, because you were pointing at your 7 poster, and I was like, oh, I think everyone's gonna tie together real nice, and 7's gonna help us out.
You're right. You're right. And we got the stats after 40. We're second period. We're ready to go. Here we go.
Oh, you're ahead of me then. I don't have the stats after 40.
Oh, really? Well, you could just skip a little bit ahead to catch up. Ozone possession. The Jets have more ozone
apparently
possession.
I actually can.
Look at that.
Okay, I wasn't live.
Jets have more ozone possession. Here we go, boys. Here we go. We're moving around.
Yeah.
Well, wait.
Somebody murder Shen. I think fight off the draw. I think Lowry tries to
gotta try to win the game. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna try to jump.
Crime.
Oh, I didn't really follow the jump that well. I guess it's too fast.
Like a little bit. You gotta have more hang time. You gotta really get up there.
Go Jets, go! Go Jets, go!
But
go Jets.
No, like
go.
I think if the guys in the first couple minutes, if we don't have, like, if we're not playing like we've got a fire under our ass, then yeah, rock somebody and start a fight.
I got to do my dad standing in front of the TV pose, where I'm just leaning over and I got my hands on my knees.
Yeah, man, I'm not American. Hell yeah, sweet.
Not American. Yeah. Is that all you could ask for?
Yeah, that's from anywhere else. You're probably fine. Although I do have family and stuff in the States, but
here we go.
Like I do think if we don't have energy,
goal in the first 5,
we have to fight someone to wind it up.
You don't have to. Like, I go down without a fight, but don't do anything stupid. You know?
No, I think. But a fight does make sense if you.
We gotta
if you're not
shut
playing
these
with
Blues
any energy.
fans up. We gotta shut these Blues fans up, saying Connor. We gotta get some.
But that's what I mean. Like,
we gotta make them nervous. Here we go.
If we don't have the gas here.
Barrett, here we go.
Nice.
We need the gas and we need more JMO. We need the we need the juice and the sauce and a little bit of dressing. Yeah, I know, eh?
Okay, that's huge by Appleton that we get. It wasn't just the one thing here.
One and done.
Since when is Appleton playing real hockey? That's nuts to me.
He can do it every now and then. Oh, that's a trip. That's a trip.
Yeah.
Baron. Okay.
That's gotta be.
Here we go. Here we go. Try to
keep
Here we go.
He murdered the post on that. That's what it sounded like, at least.
Good first shift. Good first shift.
Yeah. That's
second
a good
shift.
first
Second shift. It's all about get the change.
If our first shift.
Here we go.
If our first shift was like
Baron, don't turn it over.
Then I'd be like, fight somebody. But we had gas.
Feisty. All gas, no brakes.
We gotta
Come on.
Back into the zone here. Good
Come on, let's go.
Oh, Vladdy the Batty out here. Come on, baby.
Vladdy the Batty. You just love to see that guy.
He's got it. Like, please, just let me be right about something for once.
Nino with the shot on goal, ozone draw. I'll take it. I'll take it.
And again, it's a shot on goal.
We're gonna get the Shifley line out there.
Yeah, but he forced the shot through the stick in the lane, and it was a bouncing puck, and Binnington had to glove it. If that was a clean shot, Binnington maybe could have done something else with it. He had to be sure on a bouncing puck. And now we have Iafallo, Scheif, and Connor out for an ozone draw a minute and a half into the third.
How funny is it that me waving my hands around getting mad activated the AI camera tracking when I couldn't even figure that out myself?
It's all part of the plan. The epic highs and lows of our Winnipeg Whiteout stream.
You know what? I think that's a good omen. If the Jets come back and win this game, you know how great this is going to look when I'm going to be jumping around?
Oh, yeah. It'll catch
Here we go, Kyle.
Every minute of the comeback.
Kyle, you got to hit JMO there. What are you doing, bro?
Wow. Yeah, that pass did not. Man. Hellebuck has been fallible. This is an own goal? Yeah, well, more. Okay, that is Kyle Connor. Oh, DeMello put that in our net. Yeah. Yeah, Connor. I'm mad at Kyle Connor for that one. The fact that he made the first turnover and then gave up. He made the first turnover. He gave up. He didn't back check.
Why do you do this to us?
All right. We
Why?
should be playing better at this point.
The Jets had like 2.5 good shifts in the first sniff that St. Louis gets in our ozone. They get a goal and it goes off to Mello and they get another lucky bounce.
This feels like Oilers hockey, and that's not a good thing.
Derogatory.
Yes. All right. Well, that should be a wake-up call to the rest of the team that Comrie's in. I know Hellebucks are. It feels more and more like maybe Comrie should start a game.
No. If
It's
you
like
no, you don't.
He's not.
You don't win.
Comrie's
You don't
not
win the
bad.
No. You don't
Well,
win the
you don't
cup.
need to win the cup. You
You're,
need to win a
you're
game.
screwed either way. You're screwed. I don't know.
I think you play Comrie for one to piss Hellebuck off, and then you throw him back in. The issue is, I probably would have played Comrie for this one so that you could play Hellebuck at home. Baron? Oh.
That was a good chance. He's been around.
He's about to get that cat sweater. Wendy, that's a good question.
This is just
we don't know what's going on.
The unbearable pain of a fan. Like this is unbearable to watch. I don't even know. Do I want to sit? Do I want to stand? Do I want to break something? I don't know at this point. I don't.
Do I want to swing from the ceiling?
Swing from the ceiling?
Yeah.
I just leave and come back, and I look like I'm from The Exorcist crawling on the ceiling.
Yeah, that wasn't okay. I thought it was an own goal. No, Robert Thomas just followed that in. But like, it seems like the pressure of the playoffs is really getting to Hellebuck and making him switch stuff up.
It's not all his fault, but well, you know what? It feels a lot like the Colorado series, where like
at a certain point,
a lot of the goals weren't his fault, but you still expected a bit more.
Yeah, it's like at a certain point, like there's that conversation in Edmonton, especially with Skinner right now. Like, if every expected goal is an actual goal,
you're not gonna win.
That's not how good goalies work. Like, you got to find a way to steal one or two.
Well, okay, with Skinner, let's be real. His expected goals are not net zero. They're definitely negative.
Yeah, no, he's letting in way more than expected.
They're saying we want Connor. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is making me
like
so mad.
as a team. Yeah, as a team, like, how do you not step on the gas for your boy here? Like, honestly, you Seward him, and like, yeah,
screw the towel.
You Seward him. He's getting absolutely pelted by the fans here. You need to shut him up. You need to get one or two. You need to scare these fans into silence.
Now might be when you fight. I don't know. This is just. This is This is infuriating. It's embarrassing.
Give it to Vlad.
It's painful. Yeah, Vladdy the baddie was lurking in the slot area.
Yeah, but again, it's these ones. Like, this shot will go through, but like, we don't. When the shot goes through, the puck doesn't bounce around in the slot when we shoot it, and when the Blues have, it's been sitting in the middle. Like, all of our bounces are going to the outside, and all the Blues bounces are going to the inside.
Maybe the Jets are. Maybe the Jets are gonna have like the greatest comeback of the century, which in the playoffs, which would be great. But
yeah, it just starts with one.
An interesting parallel I'm already kind of seeing is in 2019 when the Jets played the Blues. It was the Blues who went up 2-0.
And then the Jets pulled back.
The Jets tied, and it went to 6. Maybe the Jets could repeat that trend: win first 2, lose the other 2, but still win the series in the end in 6. But
yeah, well, because if they win, like,
we're gonna need it won't be Comrie starting Game 5. I could guarantee you that. And the Jets, if the Jets want to win the cup this year, they need Hellebuck to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. It just is, and he hasn't yet, and he needs to, and that's just a fact.
Mm-hmm. Also, Kyle Connor in
But
these 2 games feels like he's been. I mean, he did have that backhand goal, but it feels like he hasn't generated as much. He's been kept to the outside for the most part.
and we ice it. Oh my god.
Yeah. This is where you fight somebody. It doesn't look like we're trying to build anything here. Like, yeah, we have 26 shots, and, like, Binnington's made a few good saves.
Arneal's
But
got a bag skate him.
yeah,
Arneal's got a bag skate him.
like, this is bad, but we need to score 1 or 2. If we just go quietly in this,
Ye-
that's a bad
We
sign.
build well, yeah. They gotta. It's a series.
Yeah.
Just like Game 3, it doesn't matter what the score is when you lose a game. The loss counts the same as if it was an overtime loss versus a 10-goal
Yeah.
loss. It counts the same.
I'm almost hoping that Kyle Connor is hurt because it seems like he's just not fucking moving. Like, he's not racing for any pucks. He's not, like...
Pionk seems like he's really trying out there.
Yeah, Pionk and Scheifele has been very physically engaged.
Pionk's literally throwing hits on the forecheck as a D-man.
Yeah. Like, Pionk, Sandberg, Lowry, Barron.
What's the crowd getting all up about?
Yeah, DeMello, like...
Missed the net.
Barron?
Barron, you gotta hit the net. You gotta hit the net there. It was a good look, but you gotta hit the net, buddy.
Good hit.
Gotta keep it, guys.
Yeah. No, this line, if we could play them for the next 12 minutes, I'd love it.
They've had the most possession in this game, for sure.
Yeah. Skate in. Yeah. That's a great shift from that line.
Oh my gosh.
They're pushing stuff inside. Like, defensemen are having trouble getting shots through. But, yeah, like, our defensemen are having trouble getting shots through, but that was one of the better shifts we've had in the last half of the game here.
My dad just sent me like 4 paragraphs of text.
Oh, yeah?
About this game. He's so pissed too. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I have a group chat that is firing up here about the Jets blowing it.
This is just brutal. Like,
yeah, but like this TV timeout, you're just like
Giver.
It's not a different sport. Like, all of you know how to play hockey, and it doesn't matter how important the game is or how many people are watching or whatever else. You have to do the same shit you always had to do. You have to get to the middle of the ice. You have to back check. You have to make passes the way you normally make passes. Like, the Jets are physically able to play. They just need to focus on the game instead of the pressure of the game. Because the pressure doesn't physically affect anything. It's just, like, it is in your head, and if you're not thinking about it, if you forget that it's a pressure game, you play the same way.
Yeah, we'll really see what Hellebuck has, because, you know, the national, like, the kind of outside of Winnipeg, the narrative is that Hellebuck's like he never shows up for playoffs, and thus far he's proving them right. How about that did go off to Mello. That Thomas goal did go off to Mello. But he needs to prove him wrong, or else he'll, like, you know, it's like the regular season, the President's Trophy, whatever. But if you can't do it in the playoffs, nobody's gonna remember any of that shit.
Yeah, you're gonna become the Leafs essentially.
Well, the Jets kind of are. They already are the West. They already are the Leafs West. I hate to say it. They already are. Until they prove otherwise, they already are.
Yeah, you need to push. You're like getting rocked like this because St. Louis, like, Oh, he's trying the shot.
Come on.
But like the games that we won against St. Louis at home weren't blowouts like these two.
No, they weren't.
Like they were tight games. So the fact that St. Louis has a fight in Winnipeg and we apparently do not have fight in St. Louis is dangerous. Because we're playing like a team who can't steal a win on the road, and the Blues are playing like a team that maybe could steal a win on the road.
Well, let's not get it twisted. The way things have gone, it's disappointing, but this is not a 5-1 game. It's not. It is not. Plain and simple, it's
no,
not.
it's
not. It's not.
Man, that
But
could have ended up
it
being
is
a
what it
lucky
is.
break for us. Breaking the stick on a pass, kill him.
Oh my god. My cat's rolling around on the ground right now. He wants me to play with him. I'm in no mood, kitty.
Yeah, not in a playing mood here.
Maybe after this I'll let you bite me with no resistance just to feel something.
Yeah, no, we gotta force them to make a pass here. Like we gotta force them to go up ice because it's 5-1. There's no reason for them to rush a play.
Comrie made a save. That's something positive, I guess.
Yeah.
God.
Comrie's making his bid to start Game 5.
That's not good. That won't happen.
I don't think it would. I don't think it would happen.
I don't think like personally. I don't think that's the play because I think if you want to win the cup, it's Hellebuck figures it out is the only option. But also, that just won't happen. I just know that Jets won't do that.
Yeah, like the Jets won't do that to Hellebuck.
There's not a snowball's chance in hell that that's going to happen.
No, not a snowball's chance in Hellebuck.
Oh my! How did I think of that? I am so out of it. I can't even think of a good pun. This is ridiculous. At least I got my.
Okay, this line is the only line that I have any faith in right now.
Yeah, they have
Barron, Lowry, and Appleton.
Like who's had the? I guarantee you, the person who's had the most scoring chances for the Jets is Barron. And you're not going to win many games if that's the case. No offense to Morgan.
No.
Barron.
And
he leads your team in like legit scoring chances.
Yeah, they can. But like this line has been generating. Like I think they should be able to get one. But our best players have not been our best players. Like Scheifele's been physically engaged, but he hasn't been great with the puck. Connor has been pretty much invisible, and he got a lucky one early.
That was not a luck. If you call that a lucky goal, then the Blues deserve to have no goals because that was such a good ozone shift. They cycled. They
the ozone shift was good, but it was like the backhand.
Like none of the Blues. I don't even think one of the Blues goals was off a cycle shift, like a 45-60 second cycle shift leading to a goal. They were all pretty quick developing plays. I would not call that a lucky goal. I don't disagree that Connor hasn't been super consistent over the course of all the minutes of the game, but that goal was not a lucky goal. He went to the net.
He got that, and then he just went.
He got to the net, and he got the rebound. He got the cookie. Like that's what you want your best players going to the net like that on cycle shifts like that.
Oh,
they need more. They need more shifts like that from the top line. I think that was the only shift that the top line was actually involved in a long cycle shift, keeping the Blues hemmed in. But I don't remember for certain, but I almost guarantee you that shift was started by the Lowry line.
Shift
they did a change because it started and there was some cycling and some chances, and then the Scheifele line came on. I almost guarantee you that was the Lowry line who started off that hemming them in. Maybe it might have been even the fourth line.
Yeah, I don't like the energy on the bench for the Jets.
It feels quiet. It does. Like at first, I was like, no, you don't want to fight. You just want to play your best. But it's
you do want to fight, and you want to fight early.
You can't go down.
Like you want to give it a ton of time for everyone to get jacked up, and remember just how much people on your team are willing to give.
Let them know that this series isn't over. Exactly. Oh my fucking god.
So if I'm like.
Yeah, they almost just let Tyler fucking Tucker walk in. Oh, that was Broberg.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But I was like, if they what's it called? I was like, if I don't even know. I lost my train of
I don't
thought.
know either.
I'm gone.
Talk about two shit-ass games to start these fucking live streams on. My God, I was so excited
Yeah.
to do this. These two bullshit losses. This is ridiculous.
Well, like, and the tough thing was last game was
Can't
just
win one
bad
goddamn
altogether.
game on the road. They got to play like shit in both games. Or well, they didn't.
Yeah,
They're not playing terribly.
this had
play,
a good.
You know
first.
what? I wouldn't say they're playing. They didn't play terrible, but just the way it went was so shitty. It's just I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna crash out.
No, this one's tough because we felt so good after the first period.
Good save, Comrie. I guess if it matters.
See, no, Comrie's actually making saves here.
Are you making?
And, like,
Are you really making the case for Comrie start?
Well, like, it seems like Comrie could give you a game at 900 or at 890, and it doesn't seem like Hellebuck can right now. So, like, obviously for the coaching staff, if something changes, like, if something changes, great. But Hellebuck has been, like, his save percentage has made him like an AHL goalie.
Every time I hear we want Connor, it's just nails to a chalkboard.
Yeah, but that's like, yeah, it's not his. Like, a lot of the goals aren't his fault. But even then, if, like, I would tell the team, I'd be like, hey, we're not going to play Hellebuck because he doesn't deserve all this shit. Like, you guys are making him.
That would.
You guys are making him look like a statistical AHL goalie, like, because you guys can't play defense.
Whether it would have a positive impact on the team or negative, it would send a shockwave through the dressing room, no doubt about that.
Yeah, which, like, after 2 road games like this, might be needed. What is going on? Oh, he just broke his stick on it.
Fucked if I know.
Yeah, as you said before, if we were saying this Jets team is different, there should have been some fight here. Does not feel like there's been a lot of fight here. Lowry, Appleton, and Barron.
Maybe there will be at the very end, but it doesn't feel like enough.
Oh,
that was close by Appleton.
But this line is the only line I've seen fight from in the third period.
Or they're the only line that consistently gets zone time in each of the 3 periods, yeah.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
But I'm saying just specifically in the third, like, any time that we've had dangerous chances and we've, like, had some zone time and everything, it's been this line. It's been Lowry with Barron and Appleton. And, like, your top guys shut down. Morrissey hasn't really been noticeable. Like, it's tough.
When this game's over, should I break something on stream?
Yep, just grab a bunch of, like, cups, bring them over here.
Just glasses and spike them at the ground. That'd probably feel good, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that, though.
Oh.
I'm not going to break anything. I just want to.
Appleton's trying. Like, yeah, the Blues are playing pretty well, but the Jets are also beating themselves.
So the 2 players that lead the Jets in legit scoring chances are Barron and Appleton. That you're not going to win many games with that being.
Realistically, you shouldn't win.
Like the rest of the top 6, he's kind of disappeared kind of after the 3-1, 4-1 goal. But in the first half of the game, Perfetti had some chances.
Yeah.
He was shooting.
But, like, yeah, the top 6 has been gone.
Oh, and since the, let's say, the 3-1 goal, you really notice how it's like they kind of gave up a little bit.
Yeah, which is crazy to me because, like, at 3-1, it was very.
I get it's frustrating how St. Louis is scoring goals. I'm frustrated too, but it's the fucking playoffs. Man up and finish the period
and, like,
strong.
It just means you have to score. Like, it just means you have to score more because if you just want to sit there and let yourself lose a game, that is exactly the problem in the last 2 playoff losses and the Jets' playoff losses in the last little while historically. That's exactly the problem. Yeah. Things get hard. Like,
things get hard. You retreat. That's what you got to prove to the rest of the league that's not you anymore. And
Yep.
in the road games, they're not proving that.
Yeah, that's
you
something
know
like
what? You get back home, a lot of things reset, but lots to be desired. Like, we haven't even gotten a close game in St. Louis.
no. And like I would put somebody on to try to fight at the start of the game just to set the tone again and be like, you know what, we're back home, like we're gonna have some fire here. And also to get the crowd back into it, because the crowd's probably not going to feel
if the
great
Jets are
after
thinking
dropping
about,
2 bad ones on the road.
no, it'll still be really good. No. The whiteout will still be really good. It's in our name.
Like it will,
You're
but
a whiteout on a whiteout live show. Come on.
I'm just saying, like,
for Game 5.
objectively, the vibes
But
would be better if we won here and came back 3-1.
It'll still be
than they
great.
will be here. Yeah,
But
it'll still be great, but like it could be better. But I think if you start it with a bit of a fight and it's like, oh, the Jets are coming to play, then that'll help like put a bit more juice into the crowd.
What I was just gonna say, if you want more players that set the tone physically, well, I could guarantee you which 6'7" skater is gonna be back in the lineup next game.
It's his time. I think he's eaten enough apples at this point. He's ready to go.
He's moved on to carrots.
Yeah. Sometimes when it gets quiet in the arena, you can hear him on the broadcast. He's just destroying them from the press box.
Now this is a different guessing game. Who gets the absolute fucking garbage time goal to make it 5-2?
Oh God!
With nothing, the garbage time goal with nothing on the line.
Connor.
Last night it was Pionk. Connor does typically score those.
Yeah. Like it should be Appleton
or Barron. Yeah.
Yeah, because they have been.
They deserve.
They have been all over it. They just haven't had finish.
Holy shit, Tanev, you went barreling in there. He kept. Oh, was that Tucker?
Tucker, yeah.
Tanev, I don't think Tanev was worried about putting on the brakes to let up on that hit. He went full speed.
No,
Tucker,
not at all.
I'd have to see it again. I don't think that was a dirty play. I have to see it again. You always I'm the type of guy, I don't like to see players get hurt. Maybe at worst, if it's a player like Tkachuk who's really dirty, I don't feel that bad, but I don't like to see anybody go down.
It is.
Did his knees buckle on the board? Maybe because he looks like he's in rough shape. Like he's gonna get helped off the ice.
Yeah, let's see. He's.
Yeah, no, this is not good. Did he clang knees together, or does his knee hit the board?
Oh
really
yeah,
hard?
it's his leg for sure.
Yeah, no weight.
None at all.
Let's see.
Yeah, no, that's he's not going to be back for a bit. I'm not even looking at that again. Oh, that's an ACL or an MCL. Oh man.
That's such an unfortunate play. Wow.
That might be an MCL. He's not coming back.
Just the cut,
when I tore my ACL, I think my knee buckled the other way. But when your knee bends like that, that's an ACL or an MCL.
Did you hear that?
No.
Oh, I didn't. It wasn't in the shot. The cat just jumped up on here and almost knocked these candies over. I'm giving you a little play-by-play, and then
he's ready to break something.
Away. Yeah, me and him are gonna have a little spaz session after this.
Yeah, that was visceral because that I tore my ACL a while ago.
Yes.
And there was video of it when I landed from hitting the ball because it was volleyball, and the video of it where my knee buckled like that.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw the way his knee bent and everything, I'm like, that is. I think the MCL's on the inside of the knee.
Well, he got this.
I'm pretty sure that's what blew up.
He might have got cut too. Tanev's skate was right there.
Yeah, no, but it was the fact that his leg was sideways and then his body fell back on his knee.
Yeah.
That's why the second I saw that, I like closed my eyes and I was like, oh, like I know exactly how that feels, and I'm like, holy shit, that's awful.
I wonder. Like, I don't think that was a dirty play by Tanev. Like, he's just finishing a check hard, and he just bounced off
No,
him
because it wasn't
and
really the
landed
hit
on him
that
awkward.
got him. Yeah, it
No,
was
no.
because
It
was
wasn't
like,
the contact of him bouncing off. It was the way he landed on him.
yeah, it is
Which
like
is obviously
it's one of
not
those ones where it
intentional.
hits close to the boards.
What I'm
Like,
saying, I just wonder. I wonder if we'll see any chippy play after that. Because even though it's not necessarily like it's not really a dirty play, you see lots of times off clean plays that end in injuries that things get
Yeah,
chippy afterwards. And this game was
I think
probably already trending towards being chippy in the last few minutes. I wonder what we might see here in the rest of the
yeah,
third. Oh, Pionk trying to score from the same spot he scored yesterday in fucking garbage time.
yeah.
They're literally fucking double shifting this line. That's how bad everybody else is playing. They're double shifting
Yeah.
this fucking line, the Lowry line. God damn it.
Yeah, because like this line has played well and has been a bit snake bitten, but none of the other lines, like especially in the second half of the game, it feels like have really shown up.
Yeah, when things got tough, the top six lines kind of disappeared a little bit. Comrie's making the saves. Keep mental note of that. Oh, that's a trip.
Comrie definitely is. Yeah, it should. It's crazy that didn't get called.
They just want this game to end, which honestly, my headspace, I don't blame them.
Yeah,
I want this game. I want this to be over too. I'm still on NHL 22, but I'm in my Jets franchise mode. I'm actually, you know how the max in franchise mode is 25 years?
Yeah.
I'm at like year 21, so I'm like almost through it all the way. I drafted Bedard. I drafted Bedard, and he finished third all time in goals and fourth all time in points, and he finished first all time in playoff goals and points.
Nuts! Oh, he's just clutch as hell, hey?
Yeah, and I think in 21 seasons, I have 14 or 15 cups, so it's probably my most successful franchise mode of all time.
Yeah, no, that sounds nasty good.
Oh, it is. It's the only thing. That's the only thing Jets related I'm going to be looking forward to today. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like. Yeah, good. Bully him.
Oh, there. Yep, I hear something. Oh, Barron just knocked it.
Yeah, no, trying to get in here. Like, there needs to be some fight.
You figured something like this was going to happen.
Yeah, but this game, like, for Connor, for Scheifele, for Hellebuck, honestly, like, this would be a game as management that I'd keep for a contract extension.
Yeah, it's like, you know,
like,
what's
if
funny?
Scheifele's like, oh, I want 8x8, I'd be like,
home versus away. It's crazy how much the script has flipped. In the first two games, it was completely the Jets' best players came in clutch and were better than St. Louis's, and then in these two games, complete reverse. If anything, more drastically.
Yeah, they just took time off. Like it, if these were the first two games, everyone would be like, Jets are garbage. They're done. They're fodder. But like, if the Jets go back and they play like they did in the first two games in Winnipeg, we're good. Maybe we're missing Logan Stanley. I think.
I'm almost shocked we haven't talked about it. Who the Jets are really missing are Velarde and Ehlers. Like, you take any third and fourth best scorer on the team out of the lineup, it's going to look a lot different, and you really notice it in these games on the road where
at
home were really close games with, like, the Jets are a team that typically they win close games normally, and the first two games at home they won two extremely close games. But with the lineup as is, without Velarde and Ehlers, and with the way the things have gone on the road, it almost feels like the only way they can win is if it's a 1-goal game late. Like it's like when it's it's like they have a.
There we go. All right, Appleton's getting into it.
If they're not getting the lead, it's like so hard for them to come back.
Lowry's hucking him. He folded some guy over the bench. Yeah,
Lowry's chucking him. Holy smoke, arena.
That's your captain, though. There's got to be some fight.
And who was that? Texier. Okay, Lowry, you couldn't have picked on somebody least likely
Yeah,
to fight.
Nino's getting into it with Broberg. Good. Like,
That's probably pretty even tilt right there.
man, I hate that we gave up Broberg for a second, and he's like a fucking top pair defenseman. Like, come on, man.
What the fuck do you mean we?
Oh, sorry. The Oilers did.
You have been outed as an Oilers fan.
Yeah.
This is bad. This is so bad. Hopefully nobody's watching this. Oh my god.
Man, we like Lowry is doing like everything a captain should be doing. Like short of
God.
scoring a goal, which no one's really been able to do
Texier
tonight.
Texier did not want to fight.
Yeah, no, he wasn't.
Lowry, that's some Kachuk shit. Like, I honestly don't even know if I love that. Like, Texier's not a fighter at all, and he's just he's pounding him when Texier was in a scrum.
Lowry he picked somebody, and he's like, we need to make a statement that we're not going away.
Damn, this is
going
to take a while to sort out.
Yeah, a minute and a half left. Like, why are you sorting it out? Just give him a major or whatever, and then go. Yep, just says that's enough. Oh, yeah, Texier gets in as 3. Just feed him and fold him over the bench. Yeah, the power play, whatever.
Baron Shorty ?
Yeah. Like, Baron Shorty in garbage time, like, he'd deserve it. Like, I would be happy for him to get that one. If Barron and Appleton had a little more finish tonight, this game's 3 or 4. Like, Jets have 3 or 4 right now.
If the luck was even, this game would be a 1-goal game, certainly. If the luck was even.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be the Blues that would be up 1, but it'd be a 1-goal game.
Yeah, but now we're a power play at the end of it. Comrie's like, I will say, like, I don't think they're starting Comrie next game. I'm very confident they're going to have Scheifele, or they're going to have Hellebuck. But I think if Hellebuck has a shaky start where it's like 3 goals on 6 shots, I think they just pull him earlier.
That's plausible. Yeah, I would give you that's plausible. Yeah, I would.
Because next game, if we're at home and then...
If he looks mentally shook and gives up 2 goals early, yeah.
Yeah. Then I'd be like, nope. Like, pull him, essentially call a timeout and be like, look what you fucking done to your teammate. Like, you need to go out there and play good hockey in front of Comrie. You need to win one. Like, you need to win one for Helly at this point because you're just absolutely sewering this guy. Oh, a little bit of head contact on that hit. There's definitely a bit nastier from our forwards in the last little bit.
Nothing wrong with a little chin tickling.
Yeah? No, it needs to be.
Let's see if there's going to be any more fireworks. It's the only reason to be watching this.
Yeah, I don't think the Blues are going to get into anything. They're probably just going to bail on things now.
The return of Logan Stanley.
Yeah.
We need him. For game 5, fuck.
Yeah, this is like... This has to be bulletin board material going forward. Like, for the next game.
Well, in game 5, we will see, the Jets have been trying to prove they're a different team. Well, we'll fucking see it we'll see it on Wednesday. We'll see.
Yeah, because this right now tells me that they're the same team.
And it's up to them to prove it wrong. They're the only ones that could change the narrative.
Yeah. Oh, that's a rough one. We got out goalied by a long shot.
Yeah,
among other things.
We got out goalied. We got out lucked. We got out fucked.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But we had our first period looked good, and after that we just got discouraged. I think it just wasn't working, and we weren't willing to stick with it.
We will see. We will see what the Jets have in Game 5. We'll see who they really are this year. If they're different, there's only
Game
one
5
group
is
of guys that can prove
Wednesday.
it. Wednesday, yeah.
So they got a lot of time. Got a couple days here.
Another
and
2 day
Velarde's
break.
probably going to be back.
I think Velarde will be back. Yeah. Maybe
Which will
maybe
be
out of the blue.
huge.
Maybe out of the blue, Ehlers comes back. We'll have to see. But
yeah, that would be magical because our top 6, other than that one goal, looked pretty toothless in this game.
These 2 games
overall.
have felt so shitty. But at the end of the day, just like how you should try to react to the Game 3, it's one game. This is also one game. The series is 2-2. It's not we're not getting swept.
Yeah.
Now it's over. It's done. It's about flushing it. It's about hopefully getting some healthy bodies back, and it's about clamping down on scoring chances. And Hellebuck, you need to be yourself. There's no other way.
Yeah, it is a best of 3, and that's the thing. Like nobody's asking for miracles from Hellebuck.
You know what?
They're just asking for Hellebuck from Hellebuck.
St. Louis got a bunch of lucky bounces, no question, but we need better.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
And it's like, yeah, as a goalie like that, like if Hellebuck's playing normally, if he's just playing normal Hellebuck, he probably finds a way to keep a couple of those out.
If he's playing confident, he as much as a lot of those were lucky, he just didn't look as confident as he usually does. That's the
and it seems like he was back in his crease because he was a bit scared rather than being back in his crease and because he wanted to be. Like it felt like he was shrinking into 100%. The net a little bit on some of those plays.
Which he does play deep in his net, like is how he plays.
Yeah, but it's like
when he's not confident, you could see when it's too much.
Yeah,
you notice when it's off.
And I was like, it seems like he's overthinking everything.
Yeah,
and sure. I'm like, it's just another game. Like their shots don't get harder and faster and whatever in the playoffs. Like same shooters, same shots, same everything. Like just what you think about in a regular season game, think about that. Like play it exactly like it's a regular season game because it's the same game.
The playoffs are such a grind. The season's such a grind. It's another hockey game. Focus on that. You don't worry about the series.
And it's like and the thing is, if you're playing it like a regular hockey game, then you'll be in a good enough headspace to adjust to the differences that the playoffs has. So you'll be in a good enough headspace to be like, okay, like we need to do a little bit more of this, maybe a little less of this, like kind of play with the tuners and dials a bit. But right now he's treating it like it's an entirely different sport.
Yeah.
And because it would be a story if we go back in and Hellebuck puts on an absolute clinic in the next 2-3 games. And everyone's like, holy shit, he has arrived. But as it stands now, the Jets have been proving to everyone that they're around Robin Hood and that maybe they don't have the jam to go far. And that's the way the players have played after these 2 games.
There is only one group that could prove otherwise. And we'll see what they have on Wednesday. We'll be back for Game 6, which I don't even know when that is yet, but I guess it would be Friday or Saturday. We'll be back then, and I think I'm gonna go take some frustration out and rip some NHL franchise mode, and hopefully win another cup. But thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for watching the first 2 episodes. I know it's been some shitty games, but I think you know what? I'm gonna keep it positive. I think Game 5 things will be better, and we'll get the dub. Things will start looking more positive. Yeah. Game 6 will be here to hopefully clinch the series.
Yeah, Game 6 will be a fun one, I think, when we're back on the call here. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for interacting in the chat. Really appreciate it. It makes it kind of easier for us to talk and do all that. And yeah, that's about it. Game's over. We're ready to pack up.
Ready to go. Stanley Conn Smythe. See you later, everybody.
Yeah. All right. See ya.